Yeah, Jimmy, it's a real simple docket. I'm live right now. We're getting started and everyone's flown in. Got a simple docket. I'm doing the Trump stream, Elon stream. I'm sure a little bit more chainsaw the shit because the shit was funny. Elon calls ISS commander retarded, and then he tweets that we need to sink the fucking International Space Station because it's not useful anymore. Kash Patel is FBI, a big bad wolf now, and that's it. It's really simple. That's all I got. So it'll be really easy. You could just like wrap up yesterday's, do what you can over there. If you have any questions or anything, just let me know, and then yeah, we'll see. I think today's stuff is going to be pretty easy.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like 3 videos, and 2 of them are just going to be not much to it. Ominous Shadows, what's up? I see you in your YouTube chat. Yeah, pop on over to Twitch. I'm still just setting up a few more things. Almost ready to go. Just getting my chat popped out for YouTube so I can read you guys easier. There we go. Easy. Hello from Decatur, Illinois. What's up, Michelle? Colorado. Trump hosts a reception honoring Black History Month. That's going to trigger so many lefties. They don't want him to do that. They don't like that he does that, even though it's like totally perfectly fine and also a great, awesome thing to do, right? Celebrate Black History Month. I think Black History Month is great, and I hope we never get rid of it. We have some history, and I think because of our history, we should have a Black History Month. That's what I think. So I'm glad that Trump's hosting a Black History Month reception, honoring this month. I think it's a good thing. We have some baggage with our history, man. It still sticks with us to this day. Some shit went down. You guys know what I'm talking about. We gotta have a Black History Month. I'm all for it. I know a lot of people are like, well, what about this History Month? Whatever. You know, I don't know. It's an American thing. That's why we have a Black History Month. It's an American thing. It's good that Trump's doing this. Fuck yeah, dude. Lefties, it's going to drive them nuts. They hate that he's doing this. They hate that he's doing this. It's so funny. Let me turn this down a little bit. Just like, dude, they're seething. They'll watch him doing a Black History Month reception at the White House. They hate that. And they shouldn't, though. That's the thing. But they can't help but do it. Like we'll come up with a reason, like that's the last person that should do it, or it's this, that, or the other, whatever. It's backwards. I think there's lefties that like are reasonable, and they'll be like, yeah, no, this is great. These other things I don't like. This thing I do like. Like they could do that, but a lot of them can't. We should have more than just a month, to be honest. All right, now you're pushing it, okay? Now that's a step too far. Yeah, I know. You get a whole ass month. What's up, K-Gram? Dr. X in the chat. Ominous Shadows coming over to Twitch. Let me put a Twitch link in the YouTube chat for you guys, if you guys are interested in popping over. Everyone's still popping in. Everyone's flowing in. Pop Stanimus on Twitch. Bam. There's a link. I'll stick it. Pin message. There we go. So that was easy to find. Easy to find. Hell yeah, dude. A lot of black people in the room too. You know, like this is who it's for. You know, I mean, it would be so funny if they were doing a Black History reception and there's just fucking white people in there. It's like, I'd be like, what the fuck? I don't know. I just saw it. I'm like, okay, good. I was worried for a second. Maybe it'd only be white people in there. That would be awkward. Like an overachiever. I'm an overachiever. What can I say? It's negotiations, you know? Ask for as much as possible and just see what you get. Isn't it basic negotiating? I have no idea what they're going to talk about or what they're going to say. I do know that there was a couple funny clips, and this was like live literally like an hour ago, 2 hours ago. So we're a little behind on it, but I was getting some shit done. Me and Jimmy making moves. Jimmy, do you want me to mute in Discord?
I'm good either way, honestly.
Tell me, you be the boss. Tell me what they do, please. What do you need? It literally doesn't matter?
No, it doesn't matter to me at all.
I'm muting.
Okay, I'll be here.
I can still hear you. I can still hear you. I'm just muting myself so I could spare you. So you can just listen to me. Or if you need me, you just speak up. I'll be able to hear you. All right.
Okay.
There's Jimmy. I'm just gonna. He's just like, whatever. I'm like, you know what? Let me think about it. Cause, nah, fuck that, bro. I'm like in his goddamn ear. Let me turn that shit off. Can't hear the video on Twitch. I haven't started it yet. We're going to get into it soon. I'm just kind of previewing it while people coming in. What's up, Nate? I see in the YouTube chat. Is that Tiger Woods? That fucking is Tiger Woods. Yeah. That's another thing. Yeah, that's straight up Tiger Woods over there. I think that's a great person to have there for this. I don't know if he's ever done it before. I mean, obviously, I don't know. He's been around a long time. I should get Kai Cenat in there. That'd be sick. That's what they should get in there. Oh, dude. I think they invited Kodak Black. I actually saw a picture of him. He was at. Now it makes sense. I was like, what is Kodak Black doing at the fucking White House? I took a picture and put it on Insta, and I was like, what the fuck? And oh, duh. Okay, he's there because of the Black History reception, Black History Month reception. Kai and I Show Speed. I Show Speed. I mean, I think Kai is way better than I Show Speed. I Show Speed has got some growing up to do. Yeah, dude, that motherfucker yelled in a baby's face. Like, that guy does not, like, fucking understand right from wrong completely. He is, I don't know, something's wrong with that fucking kid's head. And he just got rich and famous on top of not having some basic lessons like that. Dude, you don't yell in a baby's fucking face in front of the world, bro, like, when they're all watching you. Like, he'll just do it in front of everybody. That's how shameless and, like, how, like, off from right and wrong that guy's fucking head is. Kai Cenat, though, seriously. He's a legend. I Show Speed's a legend too, as a content creator, but holy fuck, he yelled in a baby's face. And like so many other things. There's such a list. I don't even know I know one thing Kai Cenat did wrong. I was about to say I don't know a single thing. I do know one. He did that big meetup in New York and some people got hurt and shit, you know, and it was just, he was too popular and he created a danger to the public by getting too many people there. Big mistake, you know, and I think he'll never do that again, and he'll always be careful and thoughtful going forward. Kai Cenat's the man. I Show Speed, he's gonna keep doing dumbass shit. There'll be another controversy, watch. He's just gonna keep doing stuff until he grows the hell up. I Show Speed is a little wild. I do agree with the growing up part. Yeah, he didn't get to grow up. He's just been famous ever since he was a kid. And acting like that as a kid is way more acceptable, but he's still doing it, right? And he really does need to just speed up growing up. And I think that he will get there someday. He'll be an old man one day. One day he'll be an old man and he'll talk about the stupid shit that he did. He will. Just, you know, I'd like to see him grow up a little bit faster. Especially the position he's in, you know? I don't know, it's the way I see it. How long have we been live? 10 minutes? Should we go ahead and get started on this? We can just get started on this stream. Start a little bit early. I don't have the biggest docket. I only have a few things to talk about. This is like a 20-minute stream, so it's not that long either. And then I have we have the CPAC stream. Oh shit. So I think this would be interesting to watch. So let's get to it, huh? Let's do this. Get in the hole. All right, let me pause this. Let's get started. Let's do this. All right, stream marker. Bam. 10 minutes.
The president, ladies and gentlemen, the president of the United States.
Okay, wait, I got to do like an intro. I have to do an intro. Here we go. All right. President Trump. Oh my fucking God, bro. Let me click this shit. President Trump hosts a reception honoring Black History Month. This is going to trigger so many lefties because they don't want him to do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, the president of the United
And we all know
States,
why.
And with the president is world champion golfer, Mr. Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods. Let's go, dude. All right. This is gonna be like a 20-minute little thing, and then we're getting to the CPAC thing next after this. But there he is, Trump streaming every single day. He's the world's greatest streamer. He's the world's most popular streamer without even trying, bro. He's just doing other shit. He just gets streamed, gets big numbers.
Thank you very much.
There he is,
Thank you.
Mr. Trump.
Wow. This is some crowd. How are you?
Hell yeah, dude.
Thank you.
Let's go. They love Trump, man. Everyone loves Trump.
This is some crowd. These are the best people, Tiger. And we have Adam Scott here also, winner of the Masters, one of the greatest golfers in the world. I've always tried to swing just like Adam. It never worked out that way. And Tiger, we know, and I just want to thank
yeah,
Adam
Trump
and
loves
Tiger
golf. I
and
forgot.
The Commissioner of Golf is
He's a golf
Jay,
man.
thank you very much for being here. Jay Monahan, head of the PGA.
Look at all these
And we
phones
got
out,
some
bro.
Interesting discussions.
That's crazy.
Let me ask you, is there anybody like our Tiger? How are you?
No, dude, he's the best in the fucking world.
You
Legend.
want to just say a couple of words, Tiger? He doesn't. He's much more comfortable. Tiger.
Hell yeah, dude. Fucking Tiger.
Hey, it's an honor to be here.
There he
To be
is.
Here with you, Mr. President, and to be honored here with all of you. Thank you so much.
The world's greatest golfer right there, everybody.
Thank you.
Go right over here. Thanks, Tiger. And I want to thank all of you very much for being here. Welcome to the White House, and we proudly celebrate Black History Month.
Yeah.
How are you, darling? Today we pay tribute to the generations of Black legends, champions, warriors, and patriots who helped drive our country forward to greatness. And you really are great.
Thanks,
great
babe.
people. What a
Oh my
great,
God,
nice
this is
group
not
of
intentional, but this shit good as fuck. Okay, not intentional
I
though.
have some people
Swear to
in front
God,
of me
not
every
fucking
once in a while
intentional.
with all the
Brittany just brought
problems
this.
that, are caused all over
She
the world.
just got
They're not-
home.
They're not nice. They're not nice.
Oh my God.
But we're making.
Need me
them
that
nice,
chicken
I can
from
tell you that, and we're
Popeyes.
making them nice rapidly.
Fuck
So
yeah.
we're pleased to be joined in this really beautiful afternoon at the White House by hundreds of incredible members of the African American community,
Oh yeah, we eating.
many of whom are making history themselves.
some Popeyes
including
chicken.
One of the greatest athletes of all time, who you just said hello, the man who matched Sam Snead's #1 record for the most PGA Tour wins ever, and a man who has 15 majors, and he's got a long way to go too.
Bro,
I was with him. A
such
week
an
ago. We
insane
played.
life for
I
him,
think,
too.
Adam, I think
Crazy
he's got
story.
some left, doesn't he? Huh? He's got a couple of majors left, maybe more than that. But Tiger Woods, he's an incredible guy, an incredible athlete, incredible player. Thank you for being with us, Tiger. Thank you very much. And he got the Presidential Medal of Freedom, which he proudly wore today.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
It's, we have Senator Tim Scott here. What do you think, Tim?
I didn't know
never
he
got
had
the
that.
Presidential Medal. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. You better believe it. And also, Adam, thank you very much. Adam is, as Tiger will tell you, one of the greatest players and one of the great modern players. And he had 32 wins worldwide and winning the Masters also. And he's something very special and a great representative of golfers and athletes. Thank you very much, Adam. Even though he doesn't quite come from our country, he sort of does, right? He's here a lot. He comes from another nice place like Australia, right?
Australia.
And they've been very good. Very,
Tommy
very good to
Dice.
us. Jay,
I'm
thank you very
Tommy
much.
Dice from
Appreciate it very
Australia.
much. We also have the head of Pfizer here, so I want to thank him. One of the great people, one of the great businessmen. Thank you, Albert. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Trump owns 15
Thank
golf
you very
courses.
much.
Those things make a lot of money too.
I want to congratulate
Wait, why are they booing?
our newly sworn in
Hold on a
Secretary
second.
of
Wait, what are they booing?
And they've been very good.
What did you say? I wasn't listening.
Also, and
I was eating my
he's
chicken.
something very special and
All right, paying attention.
great representative of golfers and athletes. Thank you very much, Adam. Even though he doesn't quite come from our country, he sort of does, right? He's here a lot. He comes from another nice place like Australia, right? And they've been very good, very, very good to us. Jay, thank you very much. Appreciate it very much.
Oh, yeah, my chat's hella divided.
We also have the head of Pfizer here, so I want to thank him. One of the great people, one of the great businessmen.
That's why they're
Thank you,
booing.
Albert.
Head of
Thank
Pfizer.
you.
Oh, shit, dude. The CEO of
Thank you
Pfizer?
very much.
Dude, I'd boo too. Fuck him.
Thank you very
Fuck
much.
him. Boo. I'd boo too. I love
I
Trump.
wanna
I'll boo that fucking
congratulate-
guy, though.
Our newly sworn in
Yeah.
Secretary
Fuck that
of
guy.
Housing and Urban Development, Scott
I'd
Turner.
boo him too.
Come here. I gotta say hello. Come on up
What
here,
the fuck
Scott.
is Pfizer doing there?
I
Is
had
he?
Tim Scott pushing him so hard, you have no idea.
Wait,
I had
is the
no
head of
choice.
Pfizer
Is
black?
that right, Tim?
I have no idea. I just
No,
don't like
Scott
Pfizer.
is- I've
I don't give
known
a
him
fuck
long
what color
time.
he is.
Scott's a real champion. Say a couple of words, Scott, please.
Well, hello, everyone. Is everybody happy to be here together? Is everybody happy to be here together? Amen. Well,
Is he a
first
preacher?
Of all, I want to thank President Trump.
Who the hell is this?
For his confidence and appointing me to this position. I consider it a great honor and a great blessing. And I thank God for this, and I'm real humbled by it. And you can guarantee that every day that I'm going to lay it down for the people of America. As Senator Tim Scott, thank you for your leadership. I really appreciate you. And for all of those who have gone before us, and those of you who have such a great voice today, keep on speaking, keep on preaching for not just Black America, but for all America.
Fuck yeah.
So we appreciate you. And my sister, Brooke Rollins.
We
all
in
of
this
those
together,
here.
everybody.
Mr. President, we look forward to working with you, sir.
Sounds like a preacher.
And carrying out this great agenda. We pray for you every day. God bless you, and thank you. God bless America. Thank you for President Trump. Thank you.
All right, let's go.
Congratulations.
What else we got? Who else is coming up?
And I see we have a newly, I think you just got in, right? They just confirmed you, and you did it very nicely. Brooke Rollins, she's the Secretary of Agriculture. It's a big deal. That's great, Brooke. That was a good vote you had, too, huh? She went through very easily, a little easier than some of our people, but they were all
Mr. Me, thanks
approved,
for the
every one of
$5,
them.
bro.
And today we
Appreciate
just
it.
had
DoorDash
Cash
fund. Let's
Patel
go.
approved, which is great. So, Brooke, congratulations. Secretary of Agriculture, that's big stuff, right? That's big. So you're going to do fantastically. And congratulations also to a really good friend of mine. He endorsed me early, and he was one of the best surrogates you could have. The surrogate is when you walk around and go on television shows, and they go try and beat you up, but he beat them up. They didn't have a chance against Tim Scott, Senator Tim Scott from South Carolina.
Thomas,
And
I
he's
bet you all
now
the farms are going to be just
longest-serving
fine.
Black United States
Watch
senator
time
in the
happen and me
history
be
of our
right.
country.
Everything
I
ends up
don't know.
being just fine. Watch.
That's pretty good.
Just saying, bro.
He's going to be
I'm
around
gonna be
for a
right.
long time, right? He just got married.
farms are gonna be
Congratulations on
fine.
that too. It's beautiful, beautiful wife. Thanks as well to Congressman John James. Where's John James? Is he here? Hi, John. How are you? It's a star, young star. I knew that 5
Hold me to
years
it.
ago, right, John? I sort of predicted it. And I'm really proud to say that we now have more Black Republicans serving in the U.S. House than at any time.
Yeah,
since
because people are like figuring
1870.
shit out.
That's a long time.
Democrats keep
1870.
fucking holding them
So
back,
thank
bro.
you very much.
Let them
And
win.
Scott, you're going to be fantastic. I'll tell you, you're going to do a great job.
So excited for
As you
Patel.
know,
Thanks for the $5 deal.
Americans are going to be
Me
celebrating
too.
something
Patel
very
seems
important
interesting.
coming up, our 250th anniversary, our nation's founding.
Oh shit, really?
And when we do, we're going to look forward to honoring the contributions of countless Black Americans who fought to win and protect and expand American freedom from the very, very beginning.
There's a lot of forgotten
Some
ones.
of,
They just got overlooked,
my
bro.
good friends
Because
are
we
here
were
today,
being
and I
racist.
appreciate you being. I'm not going to call out your names because Tiger will get very bored. He'll say, this is a little boring. This is a little boring if we do that. But I want to thank you all for being here. You are our friends, and we appreciate this. And you, McGee, you are my friend. The last
I'm Queso's bigger
administration
brother.
tried to reduce all of American history to a single year, 1619. But under our administration, we honor the indispensable role black Americans have always played in the immortal cause of another date, 1776. We like 1776. In the very first skirmish of the Revolutionary War at Lexington Green, an enslaved black man named Prince Estabrook, you know Prince Estabrook? Yeah. Answered history's call and fought as the Minutemen alongside the other patriots of the very small Massachusetts town. Couldn't protect itself, but they did a good job. Prince was wounded in the early morning battle, becoming not only the first African-American soldier to fight in the Revolution, but among the very first Americans to spill their blood. One of the first in the nation to spill blood in that very, very tough time. Soon Estabrook joined the Continental Army and ultimately won his own freedom along with that of his fellow Americans. His legacy will endure, and we're very proud to honor him today. It's a very important day in our country, and we honor him. First person to spill blood happened to be Tim Estabrook. Today, I'm pleased to announce that
the first person ever to be filmed was black too. Did you guys know that? I just learned that not too long ago. It's pretty cool. Dude on a horse.
National Garden of American Heroes. We're going to be doing a garden of American heroes. And now that I think of it, I must tell you, sadly, most of them, I guess all of them are not with us any longer. I was going to put Tiger in the garden, but maybe you don't want to be there.
Which way is the chat lean? Both, bro. Like I'm 50, righty, but the chat is fucking all over the place.
Years, all right? But
and we just let everyone think and say what they want here, as long as you don't break the rules of TOS.
The only one that's living. I don't know, Tiger. Tiger's rejecting that offer. Right?
Give me that chicken from Popeyes.
Under the executive order I signed last month, this new beautiful outdoor statue park. It's going to be a statue park. It's going to be unbelievable. We're picking the final sites now. It's between various states that want it very badly. We'll honor hundreds of our greatest Americans to ever live, including countless black Americans.
This was by accident, bro.
The garden will predominantly feature incredible women like Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Billie Holiday, Aretha Franklin, and Coretta Scott King. And I will showcase it will be something very extraordinary. It's going to be producing, we're going to produce some of the most beautiful works of art in the form of a statue from men like Frederick Douglass, Booker T. Washington, Jackie Robinson, what a great athlete that was, Martin Luther King Jr.
We all know
Muhammad
him.
Ali, he's not a bad athlete. What do you think, Muhammad? Not too bad.
He's a goat.
And the late Kobe Bryant. People love Kobe Bryant.
Let's go. Fuck yeah.
And we're going to save Tiger Woods for another time. That's all that I can.
Oh.
I'm sorry. During Black History Month, we pay tribute to these heroes and so many others, but not simply because they're black heroes, but also because they are truly American heroes who inspire all of us, very much so. The theme of this year's celebration is African Americans and labor, and we want to thank all of the black workers, construction workers, and every other worker. They do a job like nobody can do, and we want to just thank them very much for their contribution. Tim, the contribution you've made, Tim, is incredible. Opportunity Zone, so many people, he's the father of Opportunity Zone. I'm just the son, he's the father, because he came into the White House, the Oval Office, with this idea, and it's probably the #1 economic development project ever in our country. And I want to give Senator Tim Scott the credit for it.
Bro, I'm so hungry. Sorry I had to eat in front of you guys.
Millions of blacks
were
first brought here in slavery, and they were kept in that evil condition for really generations. But because of the steadfast faith and courage of so many patriots of all colors, we abolished that horrific institution, expanded civil rights, and advanced America's destiny as one nation under God, with liberty and justice for all. Just a few months ago, the people in this room and millions of other black Americans played their own part in the American story when you went to the voting booths and restored a nice, good, solid government. And there's a guy that really helped. There's a man that really helped. You really are great. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I don't forget. I'm proud to say that we received, listen to this, more votes from black Americans than any Republican president ever.
Dude, black people love Trump. I mean, not all of them, of course. I mean, everyone's different, but it's just
40%
crazy
of the
how
vote.
many.
Now, I won't be happy the next time. Should I run again? You tell me. There's your controversy right there. There's your controversy.
What the? They're chanting 4 more years. What the? Oh my God! That was awesome.
You'll be seeing that on you're gonna see that tonight, Tim, on television.
Oh my God! They'll
I wanna
never
thank
shut up
just
about
a few
that.
of the people
They'll
who are
never
with us
shut up
today,
about that.
and these are great friends of ours. Alveda King. Alveda, where are you, Alveda? Hi, Alveda. Thank you. You've been with me from day one, and I appreciate it. I won't forget it. She's a fantastic woman. Alice Johnson. Where's Alice? Boy, are you incredible. I watched you on last night on television. You were so good. You know, Alice was in prison for doing something that today probably wouldn't even be prosecuted. She spent 22 years in prison, 22 years. She had another 22 years left. Can you believe it?
What?
And I pardoned her, and it was one of the best pardons. One of the best
Some would say the
pardons.
best pardon. The very
You know what
best.
she was on? She happened to be on the wrong telephone line. Is that true? She was on a telephone call, and I'm not saying it was perfect, but it wasn't worth 40 or 50 years, Alice. And you've been an inspiration to people. And we're going to be listening to your recommendation on pardons. You're going to go over, and she's going to be my pardon czar, okay? And you're going to find people just like you that should not.
Pardon
this should
czar?
not have happened.
That's funny.
It should not have happened. So you're going to look and you're going to make recommendations, and I'll follow those recommendations, okay, for pardons, all right? Thank you very much. A man who's just incredible. This guy, I watched him when he was a Democrat, and then one day he had to change because he couldn't take it any longer. And did anyone ever hear of a man named Leo 2.0 Terrell? Where are you? Get up here. Get up here. I love this guy. You know what he's doing now? He's with the Department of Justice.
I'm not familiar with him.
Civil rights and lots of other great things. He's going to be working with Pam. It's okay. Could he come up, please? Come on, Leo.
Dude, I want one of those black Make America Great Again hats. Those look sick. Elon has one.
Leo 2.0. This guy is great. Hello, man. Thank you.
Who's this guy?
You are the greatest.
Thank you.
Tiger, thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to say, we are in the presence of the greatest president of all time.
Hell
He is
yeah.
the greatest president in our lifetime. And I'll tell you right now, the Democratic Party should be worried because they
I'm still
take us
pro-Trump.
for
Fuck yeah.
granted. No longer. We vote in our best interest. We want the same thing that every
Ban that bot and
American
Twitch.
wants. Good job.
Ban
We
the
want
bot
a
and Twitch.
secure border. We want to pay lower taxes, and Mr. President Donald Trump is doing that. Thank you, Mr. President.
I'm curious about the
He's
tax
a
on
great
tipsing.
guy. No, I watched him. He was a radical Democrat. He became a radical Republican, right? He's great. He's
Choose
in
the side that makes the
Department
most
of
sense.
Justice. Think of it, doing very important work at highest
Right now,
level.
the right makes the most sense.
Also, Sage Steele. Sage, where are you? Hello, Sage. Great job you do. You're doing great. Thank you very much, Sage, for being here. Michael, Harry O. Harris. Michael. Hi, Michael. Thank you very much, Michael. Deontay Johnson. Deontay. Thank you, Deontay. Lynn Patton. She's worked for me for a long time. Lynn, she's worked for us for a long time. Bob Woodson. Where's Bob?
We got
And we're
social
also
or
joined by
the secret
seven-time
security guy
Mr. Olympia. I want to see this guy. Phil
standing there
Heath. Where's Phil?
eyeballing.
Phil Heath. I don't want to compare my muscles. Here he is. Thank you, Phil, very much.
This is a Secret Service
I
guy.
appreciate it. Will you come up here
Secret
for
Service,
a
Secret
second? Come
Service.
on, get up. I gotta say, come on, you. From day one.
Secret Service,
right?
maybe?
From day one, he's been here. Get up. You gotta say just a word. Don't fall. If you fall, it's all over. Tiger, you're not allowed to fall. You know, you can make a great speech, but if you fall going up, that's no good. Come on. You are great.
Are you kidding me? Mr. President, it has been an honor of a lifetime to support you, to try to wake up as many people to the lies of the Democrat Party and the nonstop manipulation of the mainstream media. That's why
People
I
are
now
sick of it, man.
Newsmax, so I can champion you, and I'm thankful that we've been able to champion him and get him across the finish lines for another amazing 4 years.
40% of the
And let
black
me say,
vote. Insane, right?
I know God has chose you. He anointed you for this position. He kept you alive so you could be here today. And we prayed for that. We prayed for you. We continue to pray for you. And we're thankful for your service and your sacrifice. Mr. President Donald J. Trump, honor. God bless you. Thank you.
From day one. I like those guys from day one. Tiger's been there from day one, too. Let me tell you, this guy is amazing. In 4 weeks, our new administration has achieved more than most administrations achieve in 4 years. We brought our country back. It's 4 weeks. Today is our 4th week. It's the end of the week. We are now starting our 5th, and I think we've done more in 4 weeks. Well, certainly than the last administration did in 4 years. They actually went negative. They actually went in the wrong direction. Together, we're going to be fighting long and hard for Black Americans and all Americans. We're going to be fighting for all Americans. We've secured our border, and we're stopping the invasion of our country. You know, our border right now is more secure than it's ever been. And we had the record. 4 years ago, we had the record. We had the lowest number in history, and now the numbers, Tim, are even lower than they were then. And we're honored. We're allowing people to come in from all over the world, from prisons and jails, mental institutions, insane asylums, gang members. They had drug dealers. They had everybody dropping in. And we had this ridiculous open border policy. They drop in. And I'll tell you, the people that were affected the most were black people. You were affected the most in terms of the crime, in terms of the drugs and everything else. And we have the border shut down. We allow people to come in. We want people to come in.
Poor
we want
societies
them to come
and
in legally.
it's
We're going to
Brexit.
come through legally. So we're protecting American workers, including millions of black workers, and we have a thing called reciprocal tariffs. If they charge us, we charge them. This is opening up. We just signed the bill, and we're going to take in billions and billions of dollars, and we're making our country very healthy again and very rich again. We want to be very rich again. We've been taken advantage by everybody. And
I think it's going to happen.
Doge, where we found billions, tens of billions of dollars of fraud and waste and abuse, and that's just the beginning. And Elon Musk has done an amazing job, I have to tell you. Him and his super geniuses, you know, these are seriously high IQ people.
Rap music, all they talk about is killing each other. It's nuts. No, dude. Bitches, blunts, and big screen TVs. Get it fucking right, bro.
I mean,
You don't listen to rap.
Tens of billions of dollars that we
Don't
just
tell us what rap is about. You don't even listen to it.
Have a big,
Fuck outta
big
here.
impact, Brooke, right? So we want to just really say, and I have to say to you, I look at this turnout, I look at the love in the room. This is just love in the room. And I remember the first time I did this, my first administration, one of my first meetings, there wasn't this large a crowd, Tiger. We had about 5 people in the front. We had maybe five black people right in the front, right about
Yeah, I support Trump.
I said, is anybody else coming? Is this it? Are we open? I don't even think Tim Scott, I know Turner wasn't there. I don't think Tim Scott was there either.
All he does is golf. Yeah, I guess all
But
the
that's
shit
all
that's happened
changed,
just
and we
didn't
got the
really
highest
happen in the
vote,
past like
and,
month.
one
Like
of
a
the big
crazy
reasons
amount
I'm
of shit that
president
happened. I
today
guess
is
none of that
because
happened.
the black vote,
He just
and I
golfed.
and I always appreciate
People
it.
in the
So,
chat is-
This is a very special.
Bro, hold on. I got it. All he does is golf. Secret Service spent over $1 million on golf cart rentals at his resort. All he does is golf. Yeah, nothing that happened in the past month happened. He just golfed the whole time. Bro, that person that said that in the chat actually believes those words. Just saying. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, people actually believe that. Like, they're just going like this, plugging their ears, pretending that Trump is just doing nothing, and they don't want to even look. Like, are you not aware of the crazy amount of shit that's happened in the past 30 days? Like, I don't know. Did you just turn on the internet? What? Dude, people actually believe that shit.
Time. It's Black History Month. We love you all.
Play
We're
the
gonna
tape.
work with you.
What are you, 100?
Make America
This is the
greater
internet.
than
It's not
ever
tape.
before. We're going to do it together. And I want to thank you all for being here. It's an incredible honor. And to my great golfing friends, I want to thank them in particular because they really are. They make a lot of money.
Maybe all he is. Maybe that's all he is doing. Just
Tiger
golfing.
doesn't have to be here. Adam doesn't have to. They don't need this. But they love you and they love our country. Thank you all very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Trump out of here. There he goes. He's got shit to do. CPAC. He's got to go to CPAC. We're going to catch him there. Well, that's going to drive all the lefties fucking crazy. During Black History Month, he says, should I run for a third term? Yeah, dude, they'll never shut up about it. They'll never shut up because he knows it freaks them out, bro. They're all wondering, is he going to do it? It's so funny. Shit, I'm wondering, is he going to fucking try to do that? Bro, I'm wondering. All right, now, going forward, we have CPAC. This has been live today. Getting in the next segment, let me just stream marker. CPAC. Oh, there's JD Vance. Okay, cool. So we got a lot of people talking. Let's scoot it forward. This is live right now. We're just going to start from the beginning and skip through all the boring shit. Like that.
There's so much going on. We have a very special guest who's going to be here during the conference. You know, kind of like a tech titan, maybe. I'm responsible for Doge. Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't believe everyone's saying Doge. That's from a meme. It's from the Doge meme from a long time ago. Then Dogecoin happened.
The CPAC stage. We just launched yesterday with the CPAC International Summit, where we had several key members coming from representing from
Country is a meme now. Bro, you guys just have no fucking clue. Yeah, we have so much wealth in our country. Like, I've been all over the world. We have so much more than anyone else. So you can laugh at it all you want. We still have the most. We have all the leverage. You get, you know, so it's like, we don't give a fuck what you guys think. Go live in your loft, you know, and fucking hate us all for the rest of your life. Go ahead. We don't care. We're doing fine. Like, we're so.
We passed 3 resolutions in support with one of America's greatest ally, the state of Israel. We were both saddened and honored to be joined by the families of those who have friends and family members as hostages by the evil Hamas.
And we have 2 of the hostages that were freed joining.
I have no idea who these people are. I don't give a fuck.
Talk long enough for you. Yeah.
There we go. I know who this is. We're not doing fine compared to Europe. Yeah, dude, I like. Okay, whatever.
Thank you all.
You guys are so broke. Like, no.
Thank you.
Yep, I won the YouTube algorithm lottery.
Thank you all. Thank you.
I sure did.
With you. It's good to see you.
It is great to see you too. I mean,
See, hold on. I want to comment on that. Jace, people like you in this world are so easy to beat because you don't understand how things really work, and you just think that it's some unfair system, and anybody that does well must have just been lucky. And that's why you're so easy to beat, because you're too stupid to even try to understand how anything works. You just be like, must have been luck. Or he fucking, they're all bots. He bought all his subscribers or whatever. That's what you just default to, and it's wrong. And that's why you're so easy to beat, because your worldview is wrong. So you're just like the most uncompetitive type of person ever. And people like me just run circles around you your whole fucking life, because you just sit there with a poor me fucking attitude.
Like on a whirlwind here.
Yeah.
Are you a little jet lagged or no?
You know, yes, I am a little jet lagged. So we did a trip where we went to France and then to Germany, and then we went to San Diego for a family wedding, and then back in D.C. And we did all that in like 7 days. So a little jet lag, that's okay.
He's all over the place.
I'm in a good place right now, Mercedes.
Well, you know,
I got some sleep last night.
Okay, good. Then we're ready. We're ready. But it's a real special day today. You know what today is, guys? It's February 20th. That means our
Play victim, you don't go anywhere. Exactly. You just lose.
The happy one-month anniversary of the Trump-Vance administration. I mean, how exciting is that?
It's very exciting. It's hard to believe we've only been in office for a month, because I think we've done more in a month than Biden did in about 4 years.
Yeah.
And thank
I
God
think everyone agrees with that.
But, you know, the president keeps us on a pretty breakneck pace. He always asks, what have we done today? What are we going to do tomorrow? What are we going to do next week? Because I think he realizes this is a special moment in time. And by the way, thank you. Thanks to all of you for making it possible.
Yeah, they're working fast.
All the great work we've been doing in the administration.
Mr. Me, $5 super chat. More shit talking. I'll always talk shit. I will roast retarded people. Yes, no shame.
And that's exactly what we're going to do. And thank God for that, because it's been a hell of a lot of fun the past month.
Okay, so I don't even think we can keep track of all the things you all are doing. In fact, I don't even think the press can keep track of all they're doing. I mean,
Well, I've been keeping track of it. They can keep track of it.
Seriously. So when you're looking at this list after list after list, what stands out to you?
What's really interesting is that they've done so much stuff. So like I guess they could keep up with it, but only so briefly. Because then like by the time they tell a story, a new one is out. So they could tell a story, but then it's told and then it's forgotten because of how fleeting news is. People are always off to the looking for the next thing.
Well, speaking of the press, I do think that we've had maybe more executive orders than CNN has viewers each night. So hello to our friends.
That's funny as fuck, dude.
I actually think that their plan was they were going to go all in on anti-Trump and hope that he could save CNN in the same way that he did, frankly, in 2017, because nobody really watched the network until he became president in 2017. But that's maybe the one thing I think the president has been unable to do, unable to save CNN's ratings over the last few months. But look, I think that what the president has tried to do is recognize that we have a historical mandate on a few issues. We have to secure the southern border, and thanks to his actions, border crossing well over 90%, and we're just getting started.
Everyone keeps saying different numbers, but it's definitely down.
We have to really unlock the engine of American growth. We've got to get back to having a growing economy that creates good jobs and high wages for the American people.
Give me a second. Let me get my fentanyl pen.
Drill, baby, drill. We've
my fentanyl pen. Oh, here it is.
Under President Trump.
I found my fentanyl pen.
Then I think any
Wait, what was that?
In history, and that's not an exaggeration.
Golden Mad, thanks for the Twitch Prime. Let's go. Thank you very much.
With the help of Elon and all the great folks at Doge, is ask, what are we doing with all of the American taxpayers' money? And why are we wasting so much of it on garbage that the American people either aren't aware that we're spending it on or don't want to be spending it on in the first place? Like, for example, the stuff that we've figured out, Mercedes, is unbelievable. Why are we spending money on progressive...
This guy's read How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's why he just used her name in that sentence.
That's actually something that your tax dollars were funding until very recently. And I think all of us are sitting around and asking, what the hell have we been doing with the American people's money for the last 4 years? Let's turn off the spigot and spend the American people's tax money on the American people's priority. And that's, of course, been a big focus of the administration, too.
Let's dig deeper into the immigration issue.
Sure.
We've seen, and you've met many of the victims, people who have family members who have died,
yes,
been tragically murdered. These angel families in the hands of these criminal illegal aliens.
Sure.
Illegal aliens vocabulary is back, I guess.
What is your message?
Buy a bong? This is candy.
Drug dealers and human traffickers who have preyed on the most...
I'm just drinking my tasty beverage.
Well, our message to the drug traffickers is get the hell out of our country. Your free ride is over because President Trump is back in the Oval Office. That is... You're not welcome. You were never welcome, according to the American people. But unfortunately, you had President Joe Biden, who allowed you to run free over the United States of America, and Donald Trump has said, you're terrorist organizations, we're going to go after you, we're going to wage war on you, and certainly we want you out of the United States of America, and that's an important message, of course. But our message, and you know this, Mercedes, our message to the families is President Trump cares about you. He thinks that it's disgraceful.
Yeah, what chapter was that?
Let happen to your children, to your
I'm curious. This is lagging on me.
Stop. And of course,
yeah, that's not our stream. That is, like, you could see I'm moving fast.
People, but we're
it's
also
just the feed coming in that's laggy.
Why did this happen to your child in the first place? And the answer is that under Joe Biden, your government didn't do its job. Under Donald Trump, it is. Thank God for that.
On the economy, and I'm getting this question all the time, you know, it's this question of affordability, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of stress on our families, something that I think Joe Biden could not manage in terms of really helping lower that cost of living and making things just simply more affordable.
Sure.
We talked about energy independence being a critical...
Chapter 3 in Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. The concept of using people's names to make them feel important is primarily discussed in Chapter 3, Part 2. This chapter focuses on the principles of making people like you by remembering and using their names. It's like, this is basic. I'm hearing him do it, and it's kind of forced. Him using her name. It wasn't as natural. It's forced because somebody's name is the sweetest, most important thing they can ever hear. So that's why my point is JD Vance is, I think that he's pretty highly trained with speaking with people. As you guys could tell, you've heard him speak, but I'm just saying, like, okay, yeah, I know that fucking book.
We unleash this economic...
Yeah, that's a great book, and that's what he's doing. So you guys have read the book too.
Yeah, so one of the first interviews I did, it was, I think 6 or 7 days after the inauguration, and somebody asked me, in 6 days, what have you guys done to fix the inflation crisis created by Joe Biden? I'm like, well, first of all, it's been 6 days. We've done a lot in 6 days, but it's going to take some time to fix what Joe Biden broke over 4 years. And we know it is easy, unfortunately, to burn the house down. It takes a little bit of time to build it back up. And here's what we have to do. Because look, the fundamental goal of our immigration policy, of our border policy, of DOGE saving taxpayer money, the fundamental goal is we want your children and grandchildren to be able to raise a family in security and comfort in the country that we all love. That is the whole goal of President Trump's agenda.
We have a chat right here. It says, I'm historically a lefty, but like many Americans fed up with the party, still don't like Trump as a human, but it's undeniable he has common sense. Yeah. And so do you. Like, you also have common sense.
Prosperity, right? It's
whatever makes
sense
stuff. Pick that. Lefty, righty, whatever.
We have to first of all unleash American energy. Now, why is that so important? Because look, if, you know, we all know grocery prices got too high under Joe Biden's leadership. Well, one of the main drivers of groceries is energy. Because if the farmers are paying more for energy, then we're all paying more for what the farmers grow. And if the truck drivers who are delivering the groceries are paying more for fuel, then we're all paying more for what the truck drivers are delivering to the grocery store. If we unleash American energy, that will do more than anything to drive down the cost for the American people. The second thing, Mercedes, is we have got to stop spending the American people's money on garbage. Every dollar that we take in and spend, you have to pay for, either through taxes or through inflation. And if we spend the American people's money more wisely, if we stop taxing and spending the American people to death, that's also going to bring to all of the pricing pressures that are out there. We're going to make it affordable to live in this country again. That's our
this is live.
That's our goal. And you're right. There's a lot more that we can do.
I'll sore my knees. I got knee pads. I'm in this for the long haul.
But we've got this big, beautiful one bill budget reconciliation scenario. How is that working? What are the dynamics that are happening right now?
Trump gave me really comfortable knee pads.
And what the administration is doing to ensure that a lot of what the president is wanting to do in terms of really pushing forward with economic prosperity and his tax relief initiatives gets done in these bills.
Yeah, it's really important. So the Senate obviously has its own approach. And the president has been very clear that his preference is to put everything in one bill.
Right.
And part of that is just simple legislative strategy. I think the president has learned a lot about how D.C. works. And I actually talked to the president about this yesterday, and he said to me, look, it's very rare that you can get 2 reconciliation bills done in one Congress, which is why he thinks we've got to do a lot with that one big, beautiful bill, that first reconciliation package that we're going to get through.
Yeah, a lot of people are thinking that he could be our next president.
Well, it's early, right? This stuff takes time to put together. I think, you know, if you had a record pace reconciliation bill, we would get this thing done in May or in June. I think we're on track to do that, but we've got to do some basic things. Mercedes, one, like I said, we've got to continue to unleash American energy. That's part of the reconciliation bill. We've got to make sure that other countries stop taking advantage of us. That's a big part of President Trump's tariff policy, is we got to stop being taken advantage of.
Vance for 8 years after 4 years of Trump.
Of course, we want to make the President Trump tax cuts permanent, send them into the future.
We still have to see how he does. He's 4 years to screw up. Let's see.
That's got to be part of it. And then finally, and this is really important, everything the president has done on the border, we have got to empower him to do it, not just for a month, but for the next 4 years. And we've got to hire more Border Patrol agents. We've got to give Tom Homan and Stephen Miller and Kristi Noem the resources they need to secure the border. And just not to return to the border, but I think so many of our issues come back to the border, because if you take 30, 40 million illegal aliens, you take Medicare fraud, Social Security fraud. Why are we taking the people's Social Security payments and giving it to illegal aliens? We know that's happening in the United States of America today. We've got to stop it. If you get control of the border, Mercedes, you do more to control the fiscal problem, the financial problems that we have in this country than almost anything. Get illegal aliens out of our country, make sure American tax dollars go to American people. That is how you solve.
Dude, they need to fix their camera.
In the United States of America.
Shifting to your incredible speech at the Munich conference. Did you all watch that?
That was a great speech. I liked that speech. He nailed it. Did a fantastic job.
I'm glad you guys liked it. Not everybody liked it. You guys liked it. Not everybody liked it.
Of course, not everybody liked it. Yeah, it's not my stream that's choppy. It's so as you can see the letters going by smoothly right here in the bottom, it's their camera. Because you can see the feed's coming in smooth with their letters and graphics and stuff. Their camera will be lagging. There's probably a wireless camera or something.
Okay.
I'll take a standing ovation.
Hopefully they fix it.
That's awesome.
For the price of one.
Yeah, I was going to say, here's your speech. Just say it again. All right. But it was fascinating because there was obviously some of these European leaders that, you know, they were a little uptight about it. It stressed them out just a little bit.
A little bit.
But you talked about the greatest threats in Europe.
Yeah. So, look, the greatest threat in Europe, and I'd say it was the greatest threat in the United States until about 30 days ago,
is themselves.
Is that you've had the leaders of the West decide that they should send millions and millions of unvetted foreign migrants into their countries. That is the biggest threat to Europe. And frankly, it remains, by the way, the biggest threat to the United States because, yes, we've got 4 years of President Trump's leadership, but I guarantee you, if the Democrats ever get power again, they're going to try to do it again. We cannot rebuild Western civilization. We cannot rebuild the United States of America or Europe by letting millions and millions of unvetted illegal migrants come into our country. It has to stop. Thank God it stopped here, but it's got to stop there. And a related issue, Mercedes, is you can't just stop it. You have to allow European peoples, and of course the American people too,
Dude, this laggy camera is driving me nuts.
Issues about it.
Right.
You have to allow free speech to debate this stuff. You have to stop doing things to populations of the world. You've got to give the populations of the world the opportunity to speak up and say, no more of this BS. We want borders. We want sovereignty. We want to be able to speak our own mind in our own country. And I guarantee you, if we don't allow free speech, and of course, the Biden administration, I made this point, Mercedes, the Biden administration did more to destroy free speech not just in the United States.
Oh, shit. Oh, look, their stream. Look, it's still going. Their stream is fucked up. They're just streaming this graphic on top of that video. Okay, it fixed the. At least it's not lagging anymore. Jesus. Okay, yeah, that's much better. Oh my god, that was funny though.
That is really, truly remarkable. That's happening at CPAC. And we had our second
Mercedes stock going up
yesterday, and we have many of these conservative European leaders.
Take it every time he says Mercedes. I like that.
Leaders with us today, where we stand in solidarity because they have an opportunity to basically make Europe great again, make Asia great again, make Latin America great again. And so in essence, I think your message was very well received by many of those conservative leaders across the globe. But what does this mean with the U.S. now that, in giving that speech? What does this mean with the U.S.'s relationship with Europe?
Well, look, obviously, we're going to continue to have important alliances with Europe, but I really do think the strength of those alliances is going to depend on whether we take our societies in the right direction. Think about this. Germany's entire defense is subsidized by the American taxpayer. There are thousands upon thousands of American troops in Germany today. Do you think that the American taxpayer is going to stand for that if you get thrown in jail in Germany for posting a mean tweet? Of course they're not, right? So the point that I try to make to our European friends, and I think that they're our friends, I believe that, I know President Trump does, is that friendship is based on shared values. You do not have shared values if you're jailing people for saying we should close down our border. You don't have shared values if you cancel elections because you don't like the result, and that happened in Romania. You do not have shared values if you're so afraid of your own people that you silence them and shut them up. So let's have shared values. Let's defend democracy. Let's have free expression, not just in the United States, but all over the Western world. That is the path to strong alliances in Europe.
I think it'd be good if, Europe pisses me off with how strict they are with what you're allowed to say.
With us yesterday, he'll be on the CPAC stage during these conferences. He has like 3 jobs, or 4 or 5.
Yes, he
does. Let me ask you this: where are we on basically the status of the Russia-Ukraine moving forward in terms of these negotiations in bringing peace to this endless war?
It's early, and I think what makes him such an effective negotiator, I've seen this in private, is that he doesn't take anything off the table. When he walks into negotiation, he says everything is on the table. And of course, that makes the heads explode in the American media because they say, why are you talking to Russia? Well, how are you going to end the war unless you're talking to Russia? You've got to talk to everybody involved in the fighting if you actually want to bring the conflict close. And I know the president does. But I'll tell you the goals that animate President Trump's policy. It's really simple. He wants the killing to stop. He wants to bring lasting peace to Europe. He doesn't just want to stop it now and have the war restart a month from now. He wants to bring lasting peace to Europe because the president believes this, and he's absolutely right. Peace is in the interest of Russia. It's in the interest of Ukraine. It's in the interest of Europe. But most importantly, peace is in the interest of the American people, and he's going to fight for it for the remainder of his administration. Wherever war breaks out, he's going to be the president of peace. Now, he, of course, is a very good negotiator, a very good businessman.
The Gulf of Trump.
A lot of these issues
Love
are
it.
tough. It's going to take a smart statesman to figure this stuff out, but we've got that in the White House, and I really believe that we're on the cusp of peace in Europe for the first time in 3 years because we have leadership from the Oval Office, and we haven't had it in 4 years in this country.
Sounds like he's still campaigning when he speaks sometimes.
Matt and I mentioned this right when we started the conference. We're honored by the presence of 2 hostages that were freed after the Hamas atrocity, the tragedy that we've seen happen. And we have several of the family members as well who still, they're there. Where their loved ones are still being detained by Hamas. What is your message to these hostage families, these survivors?
Our message is that President Trump loves you. He hasn't forgotten your loved ones, and he's going to fight every single day to bring them home. That is exactly what he's been doing, and that's what he'll keep on doing. I was actually talking with one of my best friends about this a couple of days ago.
Can I be your
Please.
best friend too?
Yes.
Okay. I think we all want to be your best friend, right? Okay.
But I was talking with him, and he was asking me. He was like, well, I don't understand. Why was Biden unable to do this? And then, like, the minute that Donald Trump won, we started to make progress in bringing the hostages home. And I said, man, it's just a question of leadership. You actually need a president who is willing to pick up the phone and say, you got to bring these people home. No. We're not focused on that crap right now. We're focused on bringing hostages home. And then when the negotiations hit a wall, because they always do, you need a president who picks up the phone and says, cut this crap out. We've got to make progress, and you've got to keep that pace going. It's leadership. It really is. And I saw it behind the scenes. And what the president did is he empowered, in particular, because this was before we were inaugurated. This is before we had our great Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, or any of the great people around us. The president sent his dear friend, and he's become my dear friend, Steve Witkoff, as an emissary of the President of the United States. And he said, Steve, you speak for me, get it done, and if there are problems, pick up the phone and call me. Steve Witkoff, with the president's leadership, got it done, and it's amazing. And of course, we still got work to do. We've got to finish the process, but the president is as committed to this as any American leader in my lifetime. We're going to keep on fighting for it.
One of the issues that's central to the CPAC community is the issue of pro-life.
Of course.
And what is the administration going to do to defend the unborn, to provide support for those mothers, those fathers that choose life?
Sure. Well, one of the things, of course, the president got done during the first term, and I think that it's why he is accurately called the most pro-life president in American history, is he finally made it possible for the will of the people to speak
that was
on
really
the
low,
life
guys.
issue. And that was the Dobbs decision.
That should be better.
What that did is it gave the abortion question back to the people. It took it out of the hands of unelected bureaucrats and unelected judges and gave it back to the people. And I think the most important thing that we can do, and as you know, Mercedes, I'm very pro-life, I'm a devout Christian, is that we have got to persuade our fellow Americans, because now we've got the power. We've got the power of persuasion. We've got to persuade our fellow citizens that unborn life is worthy of protecting. It is sacred in the eyes of God, and it should be sacred in the eyes of man too. And we have to pick up the torch and fight for that every single day. And I know you guys are up for the task. I am too. And I think on the administration side, what the president has said, and it's been consistent, it's going to be consistent in the rhetoric and in the policy, is we believe in the Trump administration that babies are good, that families are good, and we want to make it easier for young moms and young dads to choose life, to start and to bring new life into the world. That's the whole point of our policy. Now,
I think that, that's their beliefs, and I think that they have every right to pursue that, try and convince other people to agree. I don't. I'm pro-abortion, but I also do agree with letting populations of people choose for themselves. So if there is a culture of people, maybe like a whole state, where they're generally more pro-life, let them vote for that and have that. If there is a state where they're more pro-choice, let them vote and have that. That's the way I see it. I think it's actually a good thing not to have a big blanket and just let the different cultures of people choose what they want within their own culture. So I have opposing views to JD Vance, but I understand where pro-life people are coming from and how they feel and their view on it being a life, and they want to save every baby. I get it. I understand. And I even respect that wholeheartedly, even though I disagree from the forcefulness of it. I think someone being able to choose what they want to do is important to me, but I understand the opposing viewpoint is all I'm saying. And you will never hear me tell anyone that's pro-life that they're wrong, because I don't think that they're wrong. I think there is no right and wrong. It's how you see the world. pro-life people see the world in a beautiful way, in a way that I totally understand and agree with. I just also disagree from, like, if I was a woman, I would want to be able to choose whatever the fuck I want to do. That's all I'm saying. That's the way I look at it. I wouldn't want anybody telling me what to do, but I understand the righty standpoint. As a righty, that's just one of my more lefty viewpoints as a righty.
Now, some of that, of course, is supporting our great crisis pregnancy centers at the moment of these important healthcare decisions, encouraging young women to choose life at that important moment of choice. Some of that is bringing costs down so that, young moms and dads don't look to the future and a new baby and say, how can I afford this? And if they're able to actually afford to raise a family,
I can afford it now,
but thinking
now I'm
of
37.
babies as the blessings that we all know that they are. Yeah. And I think, but I think fundamentally this is going to take a lot of leadership from the president on down, but from every single person in this room. We've got to persuade our fellow citizens to stop thinking about babies as inconveniences to be discarded. We've got to start thinking of them as blessings to cherish, and that's exactly what I promise to do.
I think the more wealthy Americans can become, the more babies that will be born, for sure. So if we just focus on that,
okay,
good things will happen.
Your faith.
Yep.
Why is it so important to you? What does it mean to you? Tell us why, when you go every single day to work, how faith is a part of who you are.
Well, I mean, first is I believe, like, the fundamental tenet of the Christian faith. It's not just a set of good moral principles, though it is that. I think the fundamental tenet of our faith is that the Son of God became man, he died, and then he raised himself from the dead. That is the fundamental tenet of the Christian faith, and I think so much flows from that. And I think one lesson that flows from that is that we shouldn't fear death. Of course, death is a very bad thing, but there are much more terrible things than just losing one's life, and importantly, you could lose one's soul. And I think whether it's fighting for the unborn or fighting for peace and security for our citizens, I want us to be the kind of society where my kids can grow up to be virtuous young people, can be good young Christians, of course, because that's what I'm trying to raise them to be. And that's what our public policy is trying to do.
I think
creating the space.
Anybody can be a good person. You don't have to have religion to be a good person. I am not Christian, but I respect Christian societies and cultures and groups of people, cliques, neighborhoods, all of it, because they all come together and everyone's really nice and takes care of each other. Okay, there's a lot of moral codes and values that are in the religion that everyone's following, and does, like, it makes a good society. It's a good thing, I just don't think that we should be mixing religion in with the state, but that's just the way I see it. I think that anybody can be a good person. You don't have to have religion, but you do see a lot of people that have their Christian communities and they are thriving.
Moms and dads can raise their children in their faith to become good young people who believe the things that I do. That is what I'm trying to create, is the space for you, of course, to raise your children as you see fit, but the space for me to raise my kids to be the kind of young people that I think they ought to be. And the other thing that I take from it, Mercedes, is if you look at the long history of the Christian faith, we've been around for about 2,000 years now, give or take a few years, and there have been really dark times in the history.
Hold on, I got to comment on this because this is such a dumb thing. You swear in the Bible to become president. It's not required. You could just be like, no. Every president just does it because they are aligning with Christians. Whether Trump believes in God or not, he's gonna swear in the Bible because he has the Christian vote. Just saying. But it's not like a rule. It's not like if you don't do that, you don't get to be president. That's the way you're framing it, and it's silly. Think about it.
History of the Christian faith, there have been really good times in the history of the Christian faith, and I just try to remind myself that we put our faith in God above, we put our faith in the grace of God, and we try the best to do His will and we don't worry so much about whether we're going to have earthly rewards. We worry about whether we're doing right by God Almighty above. That's what I try to do, and that's how I try to run my life in public.
I respect JD Vance for his views, and I would never tell him that he's wrong.
You mentioned raising
That's the way I see this
good
stuff.
people and also into good citizens that can contribute to society and to the world. We had so many young people come out and support Donald Trump and JD Vance.
And thank you.
This past election. So what is your message? And what is your message to the young men?
You know, I guess my message to young people generally
is
interesting. We're trying to make your life better. And that is the simple thrust of President Trump's policy is we want you to be able to buy a home. We want you to be able to work a good job. We want you to be able to raise your kids, like I said, according to the values that you believe in. And we want you to be able to build a nice life in this country that all of us love. That is what we're trying to do. And, you know, you guys more than anybody, more than me, I'm talking about people under the age of 30 in particular, you guys are going to have to deal with the consequences of good policy or of bad policy for much longer than the rest of us. And I want you guys to think about the future and ask yourself, do you want safe communities? Do you want a prosperous life? Do you want to be able to work a good job? Or do you want that job shipped off to China or somewhere else? We're fighting for you every single day. We want you to help fight for us because we've got to win. Not just the policy battles of the next couple of months. We've got to win the midterm elections in a couple of years. We need you. We recognize that we need you, and we're fighting for you every single day. And I think, you know, you asked me, you know, my message to young men is I think that our culture sends a message to young men that you should suppress every masculine urge.
Yeah.
You should to cast aside your family.
They're pussifying our men
to suppress what makes you a young man in the first place. And I think that my message to young men is don't allow this broken culture to send you a message that you're a bad person because you're a man, because you like to tell a joke, because you like to have a beer with your friends, or because you're competitive.
They're pussifying everyone. It's crazy how pussified everyone got. Seriously.
Our message, the cultural message, and I think the president's and mine is the exact opposite, but our cultural message is I think that it wants to turn everybody
into pussies,
whether male or female, into androgynous idiots who think the same, talk the same, and act the same. We actually think God made male and female for a purpose, and we want you guys to thrive as young men and as young women.
And not as pussies.
And we're going to help with our public policy to make it possible to do that.
Yeah, don't be pussies! Stop being fucking pussies!
And,
don't
and
let the world
way,
make you a pussy! Don't listen to him!
I actually think, Mercedes, this is the thing that President Trump, this is why the media went after him so hard, is because, you know, when I think about, like, what is the essence of masculinity, you could answer this in so many different ways, but when I think about me and my guy friends, we really like to tell jokes to one another. Like, we like to laugh. If you think of all the movies that were really popular.
Are you saying you're pretty funny?
I try to be.
Okay, President Trump, who's funnier? Who's funnier?
President Trump.
All right, there you go.
Yeah,
there you
go.
Even if he's funny,
he's got the
you
best sense of
can't
humor
say that you're
of
funnier.
any American political
Her
figure.
name is Mercedes
But
Swift.
I think the young men in particular are so, you know, they're so inspired by President Trump is because he doesn't allow the media to tell him he can't make a joke or he
Hold
can't.
on, sorry. Hey guys, we've been looking for a name. So I was thinking like brainwashed Trump tards or something. That's what we could call ourselves. So it's like, yeah, it'll be like, you guys are brainwashed in a cult. It's like, fuck yeah, we are, dude. Our cult's fucking way better than your stupid ass cult. Your cult failed. Anyways, but here's another one. Trumplicans. I like that. Kate said Trumplicans. What if we call ourselves the Trumplicans? That's a good suggestion, Kate. Thank you very much.
And have an original thought. President Trump just says what's on his mind. That's a damn good thing, and it's a good example to set for young men in American culture.
Our cult is awesome.
I always tell my 5 daughters, so I don't have any sons, but Matt and I, we have 5 beautiful daughters, and I always say, you know, the most important decision you'll ever make is who you marry.
That's right.
Always who you marry. And you made a very important decision in marrying Usha.
I did. I married up.
She is a beautiful second lady, and I want to know, what is the best advice Usha has given you?
Well,
Oh!
This is so fun. Okay.
This is going to be very personal. One piece of advice she gave me like a week ago was you should be nicer on social media. I don't know that I'll take that advice. Some advice is good. Some advice is, can be good, but you don't have to always take it.
You sound like my husband.
It's good advice, though. Be nicer.
The best advice
we should all listen.
When it comes, she gave me so many good life advices or pieces of advice, but the best advice she gave me when it came to politics is don't let them filter you. And in politics, you've got consultants, and you've got media professionals, you've got pollsters, you've got a lot of people who try to tell you what to say or how to behave or what to
Trump
do.
platoon, Trumplicans.
And Usha just said, just be yourself, be authentic, go out there and say what's actually on your mind, maybe a little nicer from time to time. But I think that's the best advice that she gave me.
Transform.
That's why we take our kids everywhere. Why I'm not afraid to make a joke on social media, even if it's sometimes a dad joke. I forgive me, all of you who don't like dad jokes, but you just got to be yourself. Yeah. And I think that's President Trump's superpower in American politics, and that's probably the best advice Usha ever gave me, at least on politics.
Okay, last question.
Only one more? No! Elon's coming up. Wait, hold on. Sorry. I interrupted her. Let's play it back.
Family who don't like kids when we were...
Oh, shit. I fucked up.
Look how beautiful the Green Mountains, right? This idea of these beautiful Green Mountains of Appalachia, North Carolina. We love North Carolina. And I guess what inspires me is you can't help but be hopeful and energetic and optimistic about this country when you see it through the eyes of a child. So I hope I never lose that perspective because it does inspire me every day.
Well, Mr. Vice President,
pleased with his own answer. It's funny. Look at him. He's like,
every
yeah,
day.
good.
We are praying for you. We are praying for your family. We are praying for this incredible administration, for, of course, President Donald Trump. And we are honored that you are here with our CPAC family.
And I'm honored to be here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Everyone loves
you guys.
Vance.
Thank you.
A little volume thing here. So the next time we want to turn it up because it's too low, I can turn the volume up. So that's my new nifty little thing. Upgrade to the stream. All right, so Elon Musk should be showing up. Let's see who next guys are.
And then the second idea is sovereignty. It's like,
I think that we are going to be skipping ahead to when Elon gets here. Now, I saw a picture on Twitter. Elon was given a golden fucking chainsaw that says Doge on it because he's been slashing the government. Oh, this music is actually kind of cool. What the fucking fuck? What the hell? Hold on. Why is there a... Wait. Oh my god. Okay. We'll keep on going. You guys can see it however you want, man. I'm not trying to tell anybody how they're supposed to see it. I think everyone's right. If you're pro-choice or pro-life, you're right because it's how you see the world, and there is no like true right answer. So it's just whatever you feel is the right thing to do is the right answer. That's what I think. And I don't want to tell anybody what they should think is the right thing to do. They should do what they feel is right. That's how I see it with abortion. But yeah, the last thing I want to do is like try and convince somebody how they should see fucking abortion, bro. Just see it how you want. What matters to me is that you feel the way you see it is right. However, you know what I mean? If you feel strongly that the way you see it is right and it feels right to you, then I support that. Even if it's opposite of me, I don't care. What matters to me is that it feels right to you. Hold on, we're getting there. Where is Elon?
In my previous job, before this one, I was attorney.
Bring in gang members, to bring in criminals.
We're winning.
Who the fuck is that?
Even in liberal courts, by the way, Senator, we're winning. And if not, we're going to go all the way to the Supreme Court.
Oh, there he is. Elon Musk coming up after the blonde chick. Okay.
Well, Pam, let me say, you and I have been friends a long time. I am thrilled.
Okay, we have a backstage thing that we saw, so check this out. Dude, okay, I think we're gonna get hit by copyright, but check this out. Look at this. Argentina president. These buddies. Look at Elon's glasses. They look cool.
How you doing?
Good, how's it going?
Look at this. Look at this gift that Elon got. Yo, check this out. It's a golden fucking chainsaw. It works too. It's a functioning chainsaw. Doge chainsaw.
Look at me. Look at me. I was bad to the bone.
That is hilarious. And then he brings that fucking thing out on stage, dude, in front of everybody because he's about to talk. Yeah, dude, that's so funny. Here it is. Here he is holding it. Man, look at that, dude. I want that chainsaw. That's cool as hell. That's cool as hell. And here he is. We're about to watch this, but he brings it out on stage with his glasses and shit. Okay, let's watch it. Let's watch it. Here it is right here. It's coming up right now.
I'm thrilled. I was thrilled when the president announced.
The globalists.
To a dead-end street. Violent crime has surged. Hey.
All right, here we go.
Man, that is a big crowd. And they're here for me.
It's a little low. Let's turn it back up.
How you guys doing? Nice vibe this year, right? After the best month we've ever had. Nice to see you all. Thanks for coming out. Good to see you. I'm not going to kill any more time. Let's bring out Elon Musk.
The only country where people who don't like it continue to stay. Ooh, I like that. That's a good one. That's pretty true. Yeah, maybe it is fucking awesome being here. There he is. Dude, this is crazy. That's actually crazy to me. I can't believe it. That's crazy. There he is, Elon Musk, with his glasses, his MAGA hat.
1 second.
Oh my God. Bring out the chainsaw.
We've got one more surprise.
Pulling
in
a Steve
case
Jobs.
this wasn't enough. I'm going to let Elon do it.
Let's go.
Who else is here?
Well, President Milei has a gift for me.
Javier Milei from Argentina. You guys know who that is, right? Why don't we bring him out?
Yeah.
Elon Musk, and he's got his. There, oh my God, dude, there it is. The fucking golden chainsaw. That's hilarious. Let's go, Doge. We slashing prices. This chain is awesome too. Hell yeah, bro. Turn to that. Fucking start that shit. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Oh my God.
The chainsaw for bureaucracy.
Oh my chainsaw of bureaucracy. Oh my God, yes. That's awesome. Yeah, fuck bureaucracy. Slash that shit up. We slash it bureaucracy, boys.
Right. I love it.
We
Mr. President,
slash
thank you
it
so much.
bureaucracy. This is hilarious. Oh my God.
Thank you, sir. Nice to meet you. I love it. We love it. We love it.
All right.
They told me to put this right.
Where should we put it?
They want it right here.
All right, great.
Perfect. Yeah, that's a good
stage
spot.
prop.
That's not a prop. Yeah, Elon Musk, let's go. What is he gonna say? These
Thanks,
people
guys.
hate this guy, dude. They don't like all the winning he's doing.
So,
That was something.
I am become meme. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm living the meme. It's like there's
Doge.
living the dream and there's living the meme, and it's pretty much what's happening, you know.
You're like, I think you're bigger.
I mean, Doge
That guy
started
has
out
no
as a
idea what
meme.
fucking
Think
meme
about
is. Bro, he's talking about memes.
it. Now it's
Bro.
real. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
But it's cool.
Let me ask you this. A year ago, if someone had told you you'd be at CPAC and working with the president to absolutely shred the government, the swamp, whatever you want to call it. Would you have ever believed that?
No.
No.
That's crazy.
But it's cool. This is awesome.
Fuck yeah, it is.
And I just want to say, thanks for your support. I mean, you guys are,
Where's my glasses at?
So,
the car? God damn it.
I mean, we're trying to get good things done, but also, have a good time doing it. And, and have, like, a sense of humor, So,
don't I have some like that?
I mean, the left wanted to make
go across
comedy
the top.
illegal, Like, you can't make fun of anything. So then it's like, comedy sucks. It's like, nothing's funny. You can't make fun of anything.
Elon is hilarious.
Like,
I love it.
Legalize comedy. Yeah. Legalize comedy.
And we've shifted the entire culture in just the last few months. The whole culture of this country has shifted dramatically just because of that election.
Yeah, exactly. Freedom of speech, having fun again. It seems like we should have a good time,
I mean, it's a great time. Everybody in this place is so excited, and when you talk to conservatives, everybody's happy.
Yeah.
And everybody feels this great sense of relief because we were going to hell for about 4 years. It really felt bad.
Yeah.
Especially toward the end, it felt really bad.
Yeah, I thought we were sort of heading for a point of no return, really.
Yeah.
Until that's why it was so essential that President Trump win the election, and that there be a Republican majority in the House and Senate.
You hear his chain; it's so funny.
That has been accomplished.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I want to ask you, one of the biggest questions I have for you is, you've been, politically, you weren't really on one side or the other for a long time. You're a businessman. A lot of people, they stay away from it. Now you're on a side, and you've chosen a side. You're sitting here in a MAGA hat. What's it?
Dark MAGA.
How did that happen? What was the moment
dark Gothic MAGA.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Dark MAGA.
What was there a specific moment? Was there a moment that it all changed?
Yeah, when I realized I was a fool. But no, I was, I guess, yeah, I mean, I'd say I was politically neutral for quite a while. Leaning a little Democrat.
How do you go from that to this?
Yeah, no.
How does that happen?
Well,
did they go crazy?
Yes,
yeah,
they did.
They did go crazy.
Yeah, they went crazy.
No, I mean, that whole cancel culture and it's trying to stop freedom of speech and infringe upon people's personal freedoms. They just want state control of what you say. They want to, take away your guns. And the reason why they take away your guns is there's nothing you do to oppose them. So it's sort of like, I just like, we just need to restore the fundamental elements of what made America great, which is freedom and opportunity.
Yeah. We're seeing a lot of these freedoms disappearing in the West. It's not just about America. We're all watching Europe and knowing that they're about 50, 100 years ahead of us, right? Because they got an early start. And we're watching how they're devolving. And you're trying to save it from happening here.
No, I mean, in Europe, they put people in prison for memes.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's insane.
And they're collapsing. I mean, this society it's a collapsing society. It feels that way.
It feels like
France was nicer 50 years ago than it is today.
Yeah.
I don't think you can question that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, really.
Spit it out, Elon!
Thanks. I love you too.
They do love
Spit it out!
I really just wanted to do useful things, like basically build products, provide products and services that are good, and that I wasn't really like that interested in being political. It just there was at a certain point no choice.
Don't make fun of his autistic stutter.
Yeah. Can I ask you what, on the same side of that coin, what's it like from going
to say the fucking words?
Vilified, largely vilified by the media. Like you're.
What? No. Really?
I mean, you turn on some of these channels, brother. I mean, they're angry at you.
Oh my God.
Does it bother you at all? Does it get to you?
Yeah. I mean, when they're chanting for my death, I suppose that's a little. Yeah.
Not good.
But then, the song's not even that good, and it's like you call that a death chant? That's nothing. Please.
They've been singing a lot lately.
It's not even good
Yeah.
music.
There's a lot of music lately. It's not good music either, yeah.
Yes.
I would say that watching what you're doing with Doge is just people love it. I mean, I've always looked at the government and, yeah. I've always looked at the government and I've seen this big machine and you just know that they waste because they don't care.
Yeah, this interview is actually
You're
kind of
cutting
shit.
all this out. Everybody in this country knows that the government is full of waste, fraud, and abuse.
Yeah, ask questions.
And you're doing the work, and the Americans love it. Watching their reaction politically to this, I can't believe how bad they are at responding to this. I don't know how you're going to sit there.
Who is this interviewer? He sucks. Put me in there. Put me in, coach. I'll ask some fucking questions. What are we slashing?
How do you try to win on that?
What are we slashing? Fucking hold that chainsaw while you talk about it. This interviewer sucks. Put me in.
How much was propped up by our money? You know?
Yeah.
This guy does not understand fucking memes.
Fake rallies where there's like hardly any people, and the media will like frame it and like get all 6 people in the frame, but there's like nobody else is there. Like just it doesn't have popular support. But then you learn that like there's hundreds of billions of dollars going to these so-called NGOs.
Yeah.
And it's your tax dollars that are funding things that are fundamentally anti-American.
And they're propping up their narrative.
Yes.
A lot of that government money has been propping up a left that I don't
Oh
think is
my
as strong
God,
as
get this
they
fucking
need.
guy out of here. Let's ask some
In fact,
questions,
a massive
dude.
amount of your tax dollars is going to legacy media companies.
Yes.
Directly from the government.
The government wants to take over media.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah. That's why we have.
We could discuss some shit, but ask some fucking questions, please. We want to know what they
More than it was
slashing.
probably worth, but there was a message.
Freedom is priceless.
Priceless. Yeah.
Yeah, we love freedom. Fuck yeah,
Probably one of the
freedom.
most important investments this country's ever seen. If you got to protect the First Amendment, it's not much more important than that.
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of criticism, and people said, "Well, that proves."
Swift, do you know who this fucking guy is in blue?
Look, he bought it for whatever, $44 billion, and now it's worth like 8 cents. And
it's not worth 8 cents.
But there's the, but the it was essentially to buy freedom of expression.
He's a media guy, mainstream media. Oh my God, he sucks.
It's gone. It's all over.
Yeah.
It's all over.
Yeah,
Bro, I would run circles around this guy in this spot.
I mean,
Like, get him the fuck out of there. Let's ask some questions. Let's talk about some shit.
Federal money going to media companies is what helps explain why the legacy media all says the same thing at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, isn't it like, it's like weird. Like you can put them up where it's like, like when they,
Oh my God, this is such a.
for the state.
For the state.
Yes.
That's what we've come to know.
There's like no point to this
I like
discussion.
that meme where
They have no idea where they're what they want to talk about. They're just winging it.
If you just replace democracy with bureaucracy,
Yeah.
it makes a lot of sense.
It makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Big threats to the bureaucracy.
That's exactly right. Let's talk about these Doge dividend checks that everybody's talking about this week. And I know you tweeted.
There we
out
go.
the
There's
other
a
day.
fucking
Does everybody
question.
want like a $5,000 check in the mail? It sounds kind of good.
Yeah, that's a good. There we go. That's what people are
The
wondering.
best part about it would be
Jesus.
knowing where it came from. That's $5,000 that you sent them last year.
Totally. It's money that's taken away from things that are destructive to the country and from organizations that hate you to you. That's awesome.
Does it seem? I mean, have you talked?
I mean,
to
that's
the
like
president?
glorious. That's like
It's the best.
the spoils of battle.
Spoils of battle. I like that. Is there traction on that?
Yeah. So
Rob Schmidt. Rob
spoke to
Shit.
the president, he's supportive of that, and so it sounds like that's something we're going to do.
Yep.
So as we're finding savings, that's going to translate directly to reductions in tax. So
Yeah. I think they fired 6,000 people at the IRS today.
Yeah.
Wow,
and
what?
Lutnick said last night that they're talking about shutting down the IRS.
That's crazy.
And
What would that
I think
mean?
it's fair. I think
Shutting
people
it
should
down.
realize this is. I mean, the amount of money that we send Washington like $5 or $6 trillion a year. That is such an ungodly amount of money. I mean, what do they? They say like 1 trillion seconds is like 30 years or something like that. I mean, that's how much we send them, and they seem to never have enough. There must be a lot you can cut.
No, absolutely. People ask me, what's the most surprising thing that you've encountered when you go to D.C. We're in D.C. And I said, well, the most surprising thing is the scale of the expenditures, and actually how easy it is to when you add caring and competence where it was absent before, you can actually save billions of dollars, sometimes in an hour.
Yeah,
it's wild.
And then they scoff
I
at
believe
it and
that.
say, "Oh,
I believe that 100%.
I mean, the way they're talking about it, you can see they don't care. It's such little money compared to how much they're used to wasting. That's what's really scary.
Exactly. But obviously, it just shows that they really lack empathy for.
I would just rather this guy be more prepared to talk to Elon Musk. Elon Musk came in talking about memes, and this guy fucking froze deer in headlights. Immediately didn't like him when he couldn't sit here. Like he's Elon Musk coming in, he's memed the fuck out, and he comes out here trying to do memes, and then this guy has no fucking clue what he's talking about. That's all I'm saying. It's like, bro, I don't want some scripted bullshit. I just want someone up here with more swag, bro. This guy ain't it.
The average taxpayer who's working hard, paying taxes, and then they say, oh, $1 million doesn't matter. I'm like, I think it matters a lot.
Starstruck,
people,
maybe.
So what are you talking about?
Gotta be confident. I'd be starstruck, but I'm gonna work, baby. I'm putting on a show.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm up here to put on a show.
Know the president fairly well. Watched him survive 2 assassination attempts. Had the first one not happened, the second one would have gotten him. It was very, because without those extra guys, they would have never seen that gun poking through the fence at the golf course. I saw the crew that you
Isn't it
had.
mind blowing that this has happened? I mean,
That's crazy.
By the way, why do we
everyone
still
forgot
about that guy in Butler? What's going on?
Yeah, what the fuck is going on with that? Seriously.
But
he's
Cash is going to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, there you go.
By the way, yeah.
Confirmed just a couple hours ago, but I saw that the security detail that you had come in is enormous.
Well, it's not that enormous. Maybe it should be bigger. I don't know.
I think you could probably afford it. But I mean, how concerned are you about your safety dealing? I mean, you are.
Well, that's a good question.
You are a wanted man.
That's a good question. Finally.
Are you nervous?
So.
That's an interesting question.
Look, I'm open to ideas for improving security. I have to tell you. I don't actually have a death wish. I think. It's not that easy. I mean, but I have I've had even people like President Bukele from El Salvador who managed to put in prison 100,000 murderous thugs, and he was he called me. He's like, I'm worried about your security. I'm like, you're worried about my security? I'm like, what?
Well, the other guys don't have to worry about it. He just locks them the fuck up.
I mean, talk about guts to do that down there. I mean,
totally.
Rondo, yes.
I was like, how did you put all those thugs in prison without dying? Because it seems like that would have been not easy, Well,
there's the president has one of his top attorneys is now investigating, I guess, Chuck Schumer for threats against SCOTUS, a congressman on the Democrat side for saying, basically saying we're going to bring a war to you, like a fight to you. I mean, the rhetoric. You guys are screwing with things that are not supposed to be messed with. And
we're fighting the Matrix.
There's a lot of people that really don't want that to happen.
Yeah, we're fighting the Matrix big time here.
The Matrix.
It has got to be done.
Yeah.
And
are you? It certainly does. What's going on with? Tell us about Fort Knox. There's Kentucky. It's a military base. It's a ton of gold.
This dude's picking up his pace a little bit. There we go.
5,000 tons of gold are there in the ground and this. I mean,
getting his
it's
confidence back.
We all want to see it.
I'd love to see it.
This is your gold, by the way. It's the public's gold.
Do you think it's not there?
I don't know. But I think
you just want to see it.
Yeah, we want to go see it and just make sure somebody didn't spray paint some lead or something,
Yeah.
Is this real gold? Fight at the bar,
Didn't dent.
But I think honestly, part of this also is just let's have some fun and like I said, all this gold at Fort Knox, it's the public's gold. It's your gold. So, I think you have a right to see it.
Print it out, Elon.
Yeah, I think we should have it do a tour. And then the president last night was like, "That's all." I think he's in favor of it. That would be cool. And then it should be a live tour. You can see what's going on. Open the door. What's behind it.
Well, and there's.
I think I'd watch that.
Oh, are you kidding?
Yeah, that would be the coolest stream ever.
I mean, what is 5,000 tons
if that happens, I'm streaming the shit out of it, dude.
Is it the size of this?
It's got to be pretty big,
It's got to be a lot of
Maybe
gold.
there's some other stuff in there, like just walk around, like, I don't know, maybe they got some other stuff in there.
Are you thinking about auditing the Federal Reserve as well, which is obviously...
Yeah, sure.
I'll audit everything.
I imagine you think the waste has got to be everywhere.
Yeah, no, waste is pretty much everywhere. People ask, like, how can you find waste in D.C.? I'm like, look, it's like being in a room, and this target, the wall, the roofs, and the floor are all targets. So it's like, you're going to close your eyes and go shoot in any direction. Because you can't miss, you know? So it's pretty wild. Like you just push on things a little bit.
Yeah, his outfit is fucking sick.
Like just a little bit.
I love it.
It's wild.
It's scary, isn't it? It's
really that's why I say it really is underrated. If you add caring and competence, how much things improve.
Yeah.
And we just find so many totally crazy things, which we're sharing with the public. We post everything we learn. So you can see it. You know.
What do you?
Like, it's like, isn't it like it's totally wild? Like we just did like a check the database on Social Security. Like it says how many alive Americans eligible for Social Security are there? And according to the database, it's over 400 million. And we're like, wait a second.
And how many are getting?
How many are getting again?
Yeah.
And then like we found like one person in there is like 360 years old. I'm like, what did they know Ben Franklin
years
or
before the
something?
revolution.
I mean, America didn't exist before that time. Like so.
Yeah, we were colonies.
Maybe it's just me, but I think it's a red flag. I don't know.
But are there indications that there were checks going to those people or any of those people?
Well, yeah.
That's, I guess, the question, right? I get the Social Security Administration is dumb, but are they paying these people? Are they that dumb? I don't know.
A bunch of money is going out from the Social Security Administration.
That's my food.
From all entitlements.
That's my food.
$72 billion in waste in like 7 years.
You're spelling my food for.
Well, I think the
fraudulent payments.
The rough estimate from Government Accountability Office is over $500 billion of fraud a year. $500 billion.
And how long
That's
time?
Crazy.
Per year.
Per year on Social Security?
No. On all
on all government.
On all entitlements.
All entitlements.
All entitlements. Yeah. It sort of actually makes sense when you look at the thing from a top level and say, like, okay, the $7 trillion of spending by the government. What percentage do you think is fraudulent? Okay, exactly. Like a conservative estimate of the $7 trillion would be 10%. Conservative.
Probably a little higher than that, yeah.
Exactly.
Feels like a quarter out of every dollar, right?
But if the fraud's only 10% of $7 trillion, you've got $700 billion of fraud.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's like really easy to take advantage of the federal government. It's very easy.
Very easy. Look at COVID.
Yes.
Everybody got rich during COVID. I mean, look at all these scammers. I mean, it's unbelievable.
It looks like, in terms of the COVID payments, there was something like $200 billion of COVID payment fraud taken by fraudsters out of the country.
Out of the country, yeah.
That's like I think, listen, if there's going to be fraud, it should at least be domestic.
Yeah.
So, But they managed to get $200 billion out of the country. I'm like, what? Didn't we notice that?
Let me ask you, let's do immigration here for a second. There's this move now that Trump's latest thing is that he's going to cut funding, any kind of money that ends up in the hands of illegal immigrants. So if you're funding these sanctuary cities and states, that's how they thrive, right? They're paying for these hotels. That's all federal money. If you got a hotel in your city, in New York, you got all these hotels full of migrants, that's not state money. That's the feds are covering that. He's going to cut all that. It's really hard to deport 15 million people. And it seems like the move now is, let's see if we, especially at the rate that we're going, it seems like the move now is, let's make it so that they leave on their own. If there's no longer a dole system for them, if they can't get their hands on hotel rooms and money, they're going to go back, especially if there's no work.
Well, I think it's really important for people to understand that the Biden administration sent any possible money that they could if there was money they could send to facilitate and amplify illegal immigration, they sent it. Okay, they took money from FEMA meant for helping Americans in distress and sent that money to luxury hotels for illegal immigrants in New York. That is an outrage.
Yeah.
They actually did that.
That's crazy.
And not only that, even after the president signed an executive order saying it has to stop, the FEMA, the sort of whatever deep state bureaucrats still pressed send on $80 million last week to go to the Roosevelt Hotel in New York and other places last week.
That's crazy.
And now they're mad that it got stopped, and they're like trying to sue to have it be restored. It's like the gumption is
You think they're creating a new voter class? Would you think that was the goal when they opened up the borders for 4 years? Create a new voter class?
I think that's true too.
Get them in.
I think that's 100% fucking true.
New
New voter class, 100%.
You have to assume some grand conspiracy. You just need to look at basic incentives.
Benefits.
So if the incentives, fundamentally, if the probability that an illegal is going to vote Democrat at some point, whether it's cheating, but eventually they can become citizens. But if the probability is like 80, 90%, you can just look at California, which is supermajority Dem, and then the incentive is to maximize the number of illegals in the country. That is why the Biden administration was pushing to get in as many illegals as possible and spend every dollar possible to get as many, because every one of them is a customer, every one of them is a voter. Yeah. And so the whole thing was a giant voter importation scam.
Pretty obvious.
Very obvious. Yes.
And then moreover, then they actually created the CVP1 Border App thing, where they were, which is like where they would literally fly people in. It's not like like at the point at which people are being flown in at your expense.
Sending planes.
Like building a
pick
wall
people up,
doesn't
fly
matter.
them over the border.
Yeah, they're literally flying them in.
No other country in the world would do something like
Thanks.
this.
Yeah, these are my Elon shades.
Yeah, and then we found that it was like $100 million contract given to some guy in London, actually, oddly enough, for the CVP1 app. So they're flying illegals into the swing states.
Yeah.
And if you've got like a margin of victory of maybe 20,000 people, and you fly 200,000 illegals into that state, it's not going to be a swing state for long.
Change the numbers eventually.
Maybe
in 4 or 8 years, you're talking about
It's
perpetual
just a matter
power.
of time.
It's a long game.
It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
It's so obvious.
It might take like a year for an asylum seeker or something to get a green card, and then 5 years for the citizenship. It's an investment that is guaranteed to pay off.
Yeah.
It's just a question of when.
They all remember who brought them in and who left them here.
Exactly.
Exactly. I want to go back. I want to talk about Biden.
This is a big deal. Like I think a lot of people don't quite appreciate that this was an actual real scam at scale to tilt the scales of democracy in America.
It's treasonous.
Treason.
Yeah.
Light sensitivity?
One more
No.
Biden question.
I just don't want you guys to see my
when they would do
ketamine
the
eyes.
electric car stuff, they would always try to box you out, even though you have the only electric car anybody wants. You said, I think this week, that you think that Biden left these astronauts up in space because he didn't want to give you an opportunity to serve them, make NASA look bad, make the private sector look better.
And then Elon called the commander of the International Space Station retarded, which was so fucking funny, dude. I laughed my ass off for like 5 minutes when I saw that on Twitter.
Make you look
Oh,
good.
that was awesome.
You believe that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, of course.
I kind of agree. Why would he want
He
to
said
let
he was
you
just
help
a passenger.
him come down when you're supporting the president?
I mean, the Biden administration was attacking me next level. I mean, the Department of Justice or Injustice under the Biden administration was. I mean, they were suing SpaceX. They're suing SpaceX for not hiring asylum seekers. And we're like, but it's actually illegal for us to hire asylum seekers because
I remember this.
Technology is covered under ITAR rules, which means it's an advanced weapons technology. Yeah. And so we can only hire permanent residents or or citizens. Right. Like so we're damned if we do, damned if we don't. And we said how can they sue us for not hiring asylum seekers when it's actually illegal for us to do so? Yeah. But nonetheless, there was a big Department of Justice or Injustice case about this against SpaceX. So obviously it was an antagonistic situation. And those astronauts were supposed to be up there for 8 days, and now they're up there for 8 months. Does that make any sense? And we obviously could have brought them back sooner, but they didn't want anyone who supported President Trump to look good, basically.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
The
Interesting.
a lot of them are saying right now that the reason that you want to get into Social Security, that you want to get into all of these different, into Treasury and things like that, is that you're looking for personal information and you're trying to make more money.
Yeah.
I've never met anybody as rich as you that cared less about money in my life. Every time I hear a story about you, you're sleeping on a couch of some other guy in a city that you could buy the entire thing.
Yeah,
I don't think you care about money, do you?
No, actually, I mean, listen, like, if I steal some Social Security, I can finally buy nice things.
Yeah.
You know?
and on that same question,
the richest dude in the world.
They're also talking
Stealing
about you
my
guys are going to
Social
end
Security.
Social Security, you're going to end Medicare, you're going to end these things. I don't imagine that conversation has been had with the president, and that's the plan.
No, in fact, the actions that we're taking with the support of the president and the support of the agencies is what will save Medicare, what will save Social Security.
Yeah.
And because if the country goes insolvent, if all the money is just spent on paying interest on debt, there's no money left for anything.
Yeah.
So that's the reason I'm doing this, is because I was looking at the big picture here, and it's like, man, our debt's getting out of control. The interest payments, the interest on the national debt,
I feel like Stevie Wonder
now exceeds the entire Defense Department budget.
It's $1 trillion a year in
Yes.
interest. Just to carry the money that we owe is $1 trillion a year.
Yes.
That is unbelievable.
That's crazy.
So like, I mean, a country is no different from a person. A country overspends, country goes bankrupt. Same as a person who overspends goes bankrupt. So it's not like optional to solve these things. It's essential. So
we're going to go bankrupt.
Yes,
we are. Couple minutes left here. Russia. There's a huge
Russia,
push
Russia,
from-
Russia, 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 Russia.
To end this war.
Say like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm a bought asset of Putin.
Yeah.
I'm like, he can't afford me.
Putin. He couldn't afford me. I love that. That's fucking hilarious. Hell yeah, dude. Russia, Putin.
You're trying to end the war.
Russia.
Ending a war always means you have to compromise, you have to negotiate with an enemy or an adversary. That's just what it is. And right now, they are lambasting the president for trying a different method to a war that they haven't been able to end for 3.5 years or 3 years.
Yeah.
They're saying Trump's blaming Zelensky for the invasion. How do you process all of the negativity toward him for trying to end this war?
Well, first of all, I think we should have empathy for the people dying at the front lines. That's the most important thing. And people have been dying, you know, it's like, how many more years is this supposed to go on?
Yeah.
And imagine if that was your son, your father, you know, what are they dying for?
Yeah.
What exactly are they dying for? That line the line of engagement has barely moved for 2 years.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of people dead in trenches for what? And I'll tell you what for what. It's like for the biggest graft machine that I've ever seen in my life. That's for what? It's unreal. Like the amount of money that is being taken in graft and bribery is disgusting. And so what's actually happening is that those you know, those poor guys are getting sent into a meat grinder for money. That's what's actually going on.
Yeah.
And it needs to stop.
And it seems, I mean, Trump is so pragmatic on this. He's just looking at it and he's saying, it's Ukraine, it's not our country, it's not a NATO ally. I just want to see people not dying. I want to see.
Yeah, I like that
I mean,
stance.
think about how many so many young men have died in Ukraine that the army is starting to age out. The military is aging out. You got 40 and 50-year-old guys fighting in a war because there's nobody left that's not killed or maimed in their 20s.
Yeah.
That's the reality of it. Think about how many people that is. If you're a humanitarian at all, you just got to end the war. Like, no matter what. Just get it over with.
Yes. People, they need to stop dying. Yeah. And the grift machine's got to stop, you know. So, and I think people, a lot of people out there don't realize, like, the president has a lot of empathy. He really cares, you know. He's a good man. So.
I got one more for you. I've been fascinated by you for a very long time.
Thanks.
I'm eating a Popeye's biscuit.
I've never seen anybody that can, do so many things at the same time. I mean, you've got the rockets, you got the cars. I've always wanted to ask you, what is it like inside your mind? Like, is it just 1,000 miles an hour? I mean, are you?
Yeah.
Is it just not? I mean, does it ever stop? Do you sleep? How much do you sleep? What's? Paint us a picture of inside of the mind of a genius. Like, how do you?
The mind, okay.
Can you answer that question? It's not an easy question. Yeah.
I think he's just really organized.
My mind is a storm.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. It's a storm, but I mean, let me maybe tell you something. Like, you didn't ask the question, but I think it's worth kind of nonetheless maybe just elaborating on something, which is, you know, I grew up in South Africa, but my morality was informed by America. I read comic books, you know, played Dungeons and Dragons, and I watched American TV shows, and it seemed like America cared about being the good guys, you know, about doing the right thing. And
nerd.
And that's actually pretty unusual, by the way.
Yeah.
It's like
in the world, it's very unusual.
Yeah, it's not like actually.
Most countries don't do that.
No, they don't.
No.
And so I was like, yeah, you know, you want to be this good. You want to be on the side of good. You want to care about what's right, yeah. So that's
yeah,
what I believe in. You know, so.
I gave you a tough one at the end.
Yeah.
That answer kind of sucked.
So.
But I understand what he's trying to say.
That's great. Elon Musk.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Right.
Bro, I honestly do think that he's stoned.
Hey, guys.
I'm an Elon Musk stan. I love Elon Musk. I love everything that he's done. Keep going. Just let him keep going. But holy shit, I'm pretty sure he is.
Hello, CPAC.
I'm the biggest Elon Musk fan.
Don't forget to vote in the CPAC straw poll. Your ID is on your badge. Scan the QR code.
There's only one thing that Elon has done that I think is like just super fucking cringe. There's probably more things, I just forgot what they are, but there's one that I'll never forget. It's one thing I don't like about Elon is he lied about being good at video games. You know, or he lied about playing a video game. Like he lied about being best in the world at Diablo 4 and Path of Exile. Just saying. That's the only thing. Everything else, I love it. If he's fucking on some shit right there, just chilling, bro. Dudes are living it up, bro. I don't give a shit.
And get your vote in.
Will tell you.
Oh, this guy.
General Washington was an imperfect instrument. Abraham Lincoln was an imperfect instrument, and he's the third.
Through Mexico. He understands
that fucking guy.
That a realistic nation cannot have an open border. You cannot have a welfare state and an open border and pretend that that's workable. President Trump
government and Donald Trump
that fucking guy.
A major wrong. He deserves a lot of credit.
As far as just
I don't know that fucking guy.
Disruption that Donald Trump
the planet knows he is
don't
not
know that guy either.
He was made to be.
You got problems in your life,
economic,
spiritual, efficient thing. But it is. Well, I mean, it depends if you're talking.
And I think there's a strong
dude, this guy's a whiskey.
You should go to college
and a cigar.
But
yo,
I think
what's up?
most people who are getting,
that's awesome. Is this thing still going? Can I go all the way to? Oh my God! It's. Oh wait, what is this? Congress floor. What are they doing in there? Oh, it's over. All right. Well, that was it. Those were the streams. That was
being
CPAC.
taken to the National Institute.
Stop it. Let's recap. Let's recap, baby. This is him getting his chainsaw.
Hi, my friend!
Hola, amigo!
How you doing?
Good, how's it going? Hey.
Oh, the chainsaw's running? Okay, hold up. Oh, they painted it. Okay. That one doesn't have a chain on it. So they made it gold. Slashing prices. We slashing prices. Okay. Off to the next thing. In other news, Elon Musk versus the ISS commander, a space dispute turns personal. An AI must have written this. I swear this is AI written. Oh, yeah. Summarized by Grok. Elon Musk and Andreas Mogensen, the commander of the International Space Station, ISS, have engaged in a public dispute on social media. The conflict arose after Mogensen refuted Musk's claims that the Biden administration had delayed the return of astronauts for political reasons, leading Musk to respond with personal insults. This follows Musk's suggestions to deorbit the ISS, a plan already in progress for execution by 2030 with SpaceX's involvement. There we go. So yes, earlier today, Elon Musk tweeted this. It is time to begin preparations for deorbiting this space station. It has served its purpose. There is very little incremental utility. Let's go to Mars. I think we should have a space station, unless it's just like super expensive and stupid to have it. Like, if it really, like, if the utility really is that bad, then I guess, you know, it's pretty old. But I mean, I don't know. Having the space station is fucking rad, man. We could do all kinds of experiments up there. Have we done everything? There's nothing left to do. Is it just, you know, like what, like, is it literally that useless? Maybe we should build a new one. Can we build a new one that's bigger? Right? More space? Like, everyone's living in these little tube rooms, bro. Can we make like a cool one, like in the movies? All right? We can call it the Musk Space Station. I don't give a fuck. I don't know. But anyways, this is what happened. Elon Musk called this guy retarded. So, here we go. Here's the video that sparked it all. Let's listen here. Okay, this is what started it.
You're committed to getting to Mars. You're committed to rescue. You're going to help rescue next month 2 astronauts that I think were abandoned. They dispute that in an interview.
At the president's request, or instruction, we are accelerating the return of the astronauts, which was postponed kind of to a ridiculous degree.
They got left in space.
They've been there. They were supposed to be there 8 days. They're there almost 300.
Biden.
They were yes, they were left up there for political reasons, which is not good.
Okay, it's not good. Now you're committed to getting to Mars.
So there he is. He's saying that they were left up there for political reasons. I would love like a further explanation as to why, and I believe he gave one earlier. With that, Andreas Mogensen, this astronaut, quote tweeted Elon Musk saying, "What a lie," and from someone who complains about lack of honesty from the mainstream media. To which Elon Musk chimes in and he says, "You are fully retarded." SpaceX could have brought them back several months ago. I offered this directly to the Biden administration and they refused. Return was pushed back for political reasons. Idiot. I don't know what the reality is, to be honest, in this situation. I don't fucking know. Elon Musk lied about playing video games, so, you know, the motherfucker lies. All right? I don't know if this is true or not. Okay? I don't know what's going on. I just think it's fucking hilarious. I just think it's funny. Elon, I have long admired you and what you have accomplished, especially at SpaceX and Tesla. You know as well as I do that Butch and Suni are returning with Crew 9, as has been planned since last September. Even now, you are not sending up a rescue ship to bring them home. They are returning on the Dragon capsule that has been on ISS since last September. So, I don't know what's going on with that. I just think it's funny. Elon Musk beefing with the commander. Elon Musk also, let's see, do I have that saved? No, hold on a second. Let's go to his Twitter. He like said something in response. This dude is on Twitter so much. Oh my God. That is awesome. I need to save that. That's getting saved on my computer. That is awesome. Yeah, no, seriously, dude, I'm still pretty sure that he was on drugs. I don't know, it's 50-50 in the chat. The Doge father, love it. Oh my God. I'm saving that. Hold on, he said something to somebody. Hold on, we got to go back to when he was beefing with the ISS guy. So yeah, this was literally just all in one day. Imagine Elon Musk's life. It's probably fucking nuts. Like, he's just doing so much every day. Where was it? Oh shit, he's getting community noted. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, community. It could be community notes being weaponized, but I mean, see, what are the claims? Just makes this clear. Musk lie about the astronaut SpaceX offered a mission. The lie is that NASA and even Biden didn't want SpaceX to bring the astronauts home because he no lucky Elon, even though that's exactly what NASA did during Biden, which OfferUp tells you how absurd the dumbass lie is. Why would NASA pay for a whole new Dragon crew mission, $200+ million, to interrupt the ISS schedule to bring home astronauts back a few months earlier for no reasons, when they could just leave them on the ISS for free, put them to work on the station, and bring them back on the next scheduled Dragon, which is what they decided. Answer that fucking question or shut the fuck up. This wasn't done because of politics. Hey, you know what? I mean, this sounds like it could be true. You know? Elon, I don't know. Like, is it? I don't know. It sounds like it could be. And there's all these, you are the liar. The people you cite were not party to the discussions. Liar. I don't know. Elon, I mean, prove it. Prove it. I don't know. That's what I say. Elon, prove it. Love Elon, but prove it, man. In other news, Kash Patel was confirmed as the new director of the FBI. Here is Kash Patel. I just think that shit's fucking funny. All right. That's just fucking funny. Come on. Come on. That shit's funny. Come on, man. This guy looks intense. Where's his face? Oh, here he looks happy here. This guy looks like he wants to fucking kill somebody. You know? I think he looks intense. Is this him walking by? Look at this entourage of people. This looks like they're about to walk into WWE or something. I feel like we're watching the behind the scenes fight cam. Where is this motherfucker? Does he have a crazy picture of his own face? Oh, I wonder if he like, because he just kind of looks that way. Everyone focuses on it. I don't know if he focuses on it though. He's just smiling. Oh, here we go. Yeah, see, look at that. He looks intense, bro. Look at that. That's the picture I'm talking about. That guy's intense. I don't know shit about him. I thought he was like in the military or something. I looked it up. Turns out he wasn't. So I don't know shit about this guy. A lot of people don't like him. A lot of the people do like him. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. Let's see what happens. Here's what this dude has to say. What's his name? Schiff. Crying Schiff? Is it Crying Schumacher? Is that what Trump says? Crying. Is this the right guy? Crying Schiff? Somebody's crying all the time. I forgot what it is. Crying. I don't know.
This is someone we cannot trust. This is someone who lacks the character to do this job.
This guy sounds
who lacks
scared.
The integrity to do this job. We know that. Our Republican colleagues know that. The only qualification Kash Patel has to be FBI director is that when everyone else in the first Trump administration said, no, I won't do that, that crosses moral, ethical, and legal lines, Kash Patel said, sign me up. In the first Trump administration, as we are seeing in the second, you rise to the level of your sycophancy, and no one is a bigger or more dangerous sycophant than Kash Patel. This political hack does not deserve to be in this building. He can't do the job. He won't protect the public. He will misuse the resources of the Bureau. He will weaponize it against the president's political opponents rather than protecting the safety, the public safety of the American people.
Adam Schiff is the worst criminal in Congress in the last 250 years.
Oh, shit.
And what broke that we're going to talk about right now is Adam Schiff met with a whistleblower. Adam Schiff went to the podium day after day after day saying, I know nothing about this. We're not going to discuss it. We're going to protect it. And then Adam Schiff, led the prosecution of the impeachment trial in the Senate of President Donald Trump. Talk about someone who was conflicted out of the game because he was part of the hoax that brought Charmella in, manufactured that false accusation, and then peddled it out to the world. And he continued, not surprising, he's lied about almost everything in his life. But now he lied just to set up a presidential impeachment. And that's what I was talking about, these disinformation campaigns. And then he should be investigated because he lied to the world about his interactions with Charmella, who is a whistleblower, and I can't stress it enough, that started a presidential impeachment. Now, your history is way better than mine, but I can't remember the last time a president was actually impeached. It's a significant process and escalation, and it's reserved for the time when it actually shows a crime.
Bring back
not when
the
it
guy.
shows the manufacture of fake information to show a fake crime. The guy that found and manufactured the evidence with Charmella was the prosecutor in the case against the target of the investigation. That is the ultimate, from a prosecutorial standpoint, conflict of interest. But he knew what he was doing, and he thought he would never get exposed. And I think thanks to, I think it was John Solomon and his fantastic reporting, we now see what I've been saying for years, that I thought he met with him for sure, and it will come out, and it now has.
Well, okay. I mean, I don't really know. I'm out of the loop, right? These guys don't like each other, and this guy's about to become head of the FBI, and this guy is fucked. That's what I could tell. This guy's fucked because this guy is head of the FBI. I mean, I don't know. Am I right? I guess. Is this guy fucked? Is something gonna happen? Dude, this is like the craziest season of America ever. I love it. This is so fun. I'm loving it. Hell yeah. Let's
This
go.
is someone we
let's listen to
cannot
this guy again.
trust. This is someone who lacks the character to do this job, someone who lacks the integrity to do this job. We know that. Our Republican colleagues know that.
Bro, this guy is coming for this guy. Yup. This guy coming for this guy. I don't know what this guy did, but this guy don't like it. And this guy head of FBI. And this guy really loved Trump. This guy a big Trump fan. Yup. That's what my monkey brain's saying. Do I have anything left? I think that's it. That's all we have for today. That's what we've got. The deep state is about to burn. Bro, I mean, I believe that there is a lot of corruption in the government, and there has been since before I was born. And it's the same systemic corruption that's in there. I think everyone agrees that, the government has corrupt people inside of it that are running things and their own little parts, and it all adds up. A bunch of little people running their own little schemes all over. It all adds up to a big old problem. And if there's any way we can move in a direction of correcting that stuff, I'm always for it. So that's kind of how I feel about it. I just, everyone knows that the government's corrupt, and I've always felt like we can never do anything about it. So if we are going to start doing stuff about it, that feels good. With that said, that's the end of today's show. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. Swift, are you going live? I don't have many viewers to send you. I'll stay live on Twitch. I'm going to end it on YouTube. If you guys want to come over to Twitch and raid over Swift, who helps me find a lot of this stuff that we talk about on these streams, you guys can come over and hang out. He's a beautiful human being. Long, majestic hair. Big Trump supporter. He's way more of a Trump supporter than I am. I'm just kind of a casual supporter. I'm just a casual. This guy's hardcore. This guy lives and breathes Trump. So if you guys want to check him out, come over to my Twitch. I'm going to be rating him if he's live. Let's see. I'm about to go. Sorry, I wasn't around today. Bought a new car. Oh, he is not going live. Okay. Well, next time then. If I ever catch you, I want to get you a good raid. Oh, he is going live. He is going live. Oh, yeah. Go live. Go live. I don't have much, but I'm going to try and get whoever I can from YouTube. Everyone's dropping like flies over there. Show's ending. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. You guys got to see this guy. He is so adorable because he's worried about he's still building his confidence on the camera. He hasn't done it before. He's getting out of his shell and stuff like that. When you look at him, dude, he's full of fucking swag, right? It's he just needs to blossom, full of swag. You guys will love this guy. Highly recommend it. Let me. There's a link to my Twitch stream at the bottom of the YouTube chat. If you guys want to come on over to Twitch. And then I'm going to be rating Homeboy. Let's see if he's live. Is he live? He is. Sick. He just went live. Awesome.
Oh, where's my sound?
There he is. Here he is right here, guys. If you want to check him out, this is Swift. Oh, he disappeared. He's back. He's back. He's playing Kingdom Come On Back Deliverance. There he is.
Chimprina.
I'm gonna raid over on Twitch. Here we go. Let's do a Twitch raid.
Shimprina.
Oh, I'll just spam his
That's not
link in
even
the
a
YouTube
name.
chat. Here you guys go.
Sheminia? I don't know what I meant to say there.
He's full of swag. Look at him. Oh, let me move him over so you guys can see.
I think I was just making up words. Sometimes I make up words. All right, let's get. We going all might mode. Me and Henry about to go to war.
He's right here. He's pretty cool.
Oh my God!
Here's his link in the YouTube chat. You guys can go over there if you'd like. Support this guy. He helps me find a lot of the stuff I talk about on this stream. He puts together like a docket for me.
We bing bonging?
Oh my God, dude, those titties. He's playing a game with titties in
Okay,
it.
hey, don't look. Stop.
He's playing a game with titties in it, bro. Okay, you guys definitely need to go over there now.
It's inappropriate.
He's playing a game with titties in it.
I always wonder what that story was. That dude's like walking out the door and all of his armor.
Oh, I'm not following. Oh wait, I'm not logged in. Okay, I was like, I'm not following.
All right, we're here. Oh Lord.
All right, let's
Jesus,
do a
where
raid.
are we? Do they believe? I think they believe in Jesus, right? I mean, they have to. They're Christians. I don't know. I don't know the lore here. Oh,
All right, there we go.
Going. Sigmund. Oh,
Got a
Sigmund's
raid
camp.
started on Twitch. Everyone's getting sent over there. Here we go.
Let's get out of here.
Bam. All right, and
I
YouTube.
never really liked role-playing games, but this
Here's a
game
link to
does it
Swift
for me.
once again. If you guys want
It
to go
does
over
something
there.
different. This game does it for me.
I am out of here. See ya, dudes.
Hello. Shut up.